Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TF Live TV, your home of the Australian coverage of the Australian scene of Australians playing TF2 with some Kiwi sprinkled in there, and an Asian tonight, so that'll be fun. This is the Season 18 Prem Grand Final. This is the pièce de résistance on this... I'm never doing that again. On this season, and we have got a hecking lineup for you on the casting thing tonight. We have got British superstar and occasional pants wearer Bren here with me. Hello, Bren.
How far has that gone out? What's going on with me not wearing pants?
You saw the stream highlights. I know you saw the stream highlights.
I don't think that was a big thing.
It was I'm sure it wasn't a big thing, but you walked into that one.
Ooh. Alright, lad. Alright, okay. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. From what I've gathered in the pre-game, not even the pre-game, when we've been shit-talking these teams, it's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to use the word interesting.
That's a very diplomatic word.
I can't really think of any other adjective to describe it with, but I'm looking forward to it. I've just woken up, I've got hay fever, slammed a cup of tea down my neck. I'm keen as balls for some Australian TF2.
Yeah, we got a good one lined up. And before we introduce the teams, we're going to introduce our analysis desk tonight. We have got the ever-fabulous Gramps from Xenophobia Phobia, your third-place team this season. How are you going tonight, Gramps?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to a good game, hopefully.
Yep, and we have got the eponymous talkie man. Hello, Yukari. How are you, buddy?
Oh, life is pain. This should be a fun game.
That's the spirit. I'm glad to hear that everyone just seems absolutely full of beans for this one tonight. This is, of course, No Safe Word versus the Madmen, the number 1 versus number 3 seeded teams going into this final series. No Safe Word, of course, looking absolutely monolithic this season. They have been hard to touch, and Madmen they've really proven themselves come finals time. They've had roster changes, and they've looked good. That was until this morning. Yukari, what the actual heck happened?
Well, I mean, apparently, I won't give the reasons, but apparently we won't be seeing either of their core scouts tonight. Vanna and Ojai are out for the count.
And yeah, that's a bit of a rough one. We'll probably go through the rosters before we get into any more pre-game, as we do have the Connect string and mumble for you guys. So I will do the No Safe Word roster, since that's the one I can recite off the top of my head. On Scout, we have the Jasmine superstars themselves. We have Elmo and Gio, who have just been an absolute wrecking ball on the Scout crew this season. On Roma, they have Lan, aka Alan. On Pocket, they have Yule. On Demo, they have Enrith, and Jono is the medic rounding out that roster. That is the same roster that it has been all season, excluding Seth jumping in and out, but that's their core roster, and that's the roster they've been playing with all season. Really, really strong scout game that they really play. The rest of the team really plays off. Gramps, are you able to give me the new Madmen roster, the roster that they'll be fielding tonight?
I sure can try. Madmen will be running Moop on Demo Man. Both scouts are mercs, but they are Vanquish is a sub. TJ on scout, who's the Asian superstar scout, who's played on similar rosters with them in the past. Vanquish, who's a sub, and he has also been on their roster. He's been shifted on and off a few times. Is it Nat, Roma, and I'm not quite
Hertz
sure.
is the Pocket.
Hertz is Pocket, and then Locke is medic.
That's exactly
They've switched
right.
it so much, it's a bit hard for me to remember, but yeah, that's the entire roster, if I'm correct.
That is exactly bang on, and I'll come to you for a second for some matchups, Yukari, but we have got a best of 5 here tonight, and I am going to try my darndest to find the maps, because I don't actually have this up in front of me, because I am a rank, disgusting amateur. But Yukari, I want to sort of talk to you about these change-ups that they've got. Thank you, Wiethoofd, you're a lifesaver. The matchups that they've got, and the changes that have come into the Madmen roster. Obviously, Vanna and Ojai looking really solid in the last few weeks, both not playing tonight in exchange for TJ, the ozfortress player, and Vanquish, who's been in and out of their roster. What do you think about that change?
It's probably a straight downgrade, especially if TJ hasn't been active in the game. Although I've been told that's more or less correct. I mean, the thing about the Vanna Ojai scout pair is not just that they've been active, they've been hitting their shots. Both of those guys in this team got to play the roles they want. Ojai playing cleanup, Vanna playing initiator. And I don't know much about Vanquish, but from what I've seen, he tends to play with a combo, and TJ tends to play with a combo, so it's a bit of a right mess for Madmen right now.
That's exactly right. And I'd say that for that team, it was really reliant on that flank of Varna and Nat to sort of get things going. Nat, of course, still playing tonight. Nat of, I'd say probably of ego fame more than anything else, playing on that last team with big names such as Yuki and Turbo, all that sort of jazz. Really solid Roma, had a really, really, really good game last week, but Varna is a big damage output for that team, and they're definitely going to miss him. Gramps, I want to talk to you about No Safe Words roster. They did technically drop 2 maps this season, but that's more because Yule is a potato than anything else. Yeah, getting a forfeit loss. But sort of what do you think has been the key to their success this season? They've actually not been beaten on any maps, even though they technically lost 2.
I don't know. It's just it just lies in the strength of their players. It might be a bit of a broad statement, but I'd like to say that every single player on their class on the roster of No Safe Word is the best player in the league at their class, probably.
Even Alan? That's a big
Oh,
deal.
maybe not Alan. Alan is still a very confident player, and I don't know. I think when Alan is arguably your lowest player, a very good roster is gonna be strong together. But yeah, just Geo Elmo Scouts is something that Nightmares are made out of. Yule, Great Pocket, and Enrith, a great demo man. There's not any hole in their roster, and it is working out very well for them.
I think that's very fair. Yukari, it's definitely looking like an uphill battle for Madmen here tonight. I don't want to say that we're all sort of writing them off in this pregame, even though we're kind of all writing them off in this pregame. I still have faith in this team, especially a team that's got so much sort of potential from players like Nat and Hertz to just bust open the game. What do you think you need to see out of them? Not to win, but to really sort of get themselves into the game. What do you need to see from Madmen? Who needs to show up?
Everybody at 200%, and they'll probably still lose. I mean, the way I see it is, I go back to the GMO scout pair when we saw them in the Hardies, and they played against DLO Assassins, which is actually stacked with some of the players they're playing with now in No Safe Word, and they ran over that tournament, and they didn't play particularly well in the finals. From what I've seen, Geo and Elmo are playing even better now. They've got better chemistry, they're creating more opportunities, they're not having to bait to just wreck people, because Geo seemed like he struggled a bit with the combo cohesion footy. Those two are just running over everyone in the season. I don't think it's any flaw with any of Madmen's players. I just think, other than on the Roma matchup, they're just so impossibly outgunned. I can't see where they can get a win, and I can't see even maxing out their team where they can get an edge, other than maybe Nat.
I think that's very fair. Okay, we're going to do some just quick going through the maps, because Wiethoofd has some incredibly sexy things to show us. It is... he's been working very hard on our production quality this season, and it's fantastic. First map is Badlands, which is a No Safe Word pick. Going next to Snakewater, then Product, Gully Wash, and then Reckoner. That was the first map, and the pick advantage going to No Safe Word, being the higher seeded team. And yeah, I don't know. We'll go to some map-specific stuff. We'll go to you first, Gramps. Badlands, who do you see really showing up for both teams? So that's a very vague question, but you know what I mean. Who you want looking at?
I think it's Badlands is obviously a map that any top team should be confident on. It's one of the most common maps played. I think that just by the fact that everyone on No Safe Word is a very confident, strong player who's been playing for a long time, I think it'll be really interesting to see how they play and approach these mids, especially on Badlands. I think we'll see some very skillful play, just out of the basis that all these players have been around for so long and they all know what they're doing. We'll see some really nice stuff out of No Safe Word. Given other opportunities, I also would have said Madmen Scouts would have been a treat to watch, but once again, they're both fill-ins, so it's still be interesting, especially I'd like to see how TJ performs. But yeah, I definitely think No Safe Word is going to be just a treat to watch.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. We saw No Safe Word in their only finals appearance against your team, Zeno, Grams, sort of. How did you go on this map against them? I'm gonna ask you. I'm just gonna throw you in there.
Well, I actually didn't play.
Oh, that's right. You didn't. You
Cure
dogged the
filled
boys.
in with me, but we it was an uphill battle to say the least. It was. They always had the advantages, and I believe we actually did get a sneaky. I think what happened was we full pushed the flank and got a round in the silliest play that I can't believe worked. But we got a round off that, and then towards dead time they just started throwing players, and we got another round. So I think it went 3-2, but it was for the majority no safe words. They had full control over the majority of the time. So
having casted that game, I can say that I can confidently say that you're actually talking about process right now. Where it ended 3-2, you guys got curb stomped on Badlands, and it was 5-0. Yes,
stomped. Yeah. It was 5-0 within I think 15 minutes. We just did not stand a chance at Badlands.
It was like that scene from the beginning
for us, and I think it's a better map for them. And when when you give no safe word a gap to push through, it's not going to be pretty.
Alright, Yukari, come back to you for a moment. We saw Nat on his team, on Ego, be extremely dominant on this mid. Nat especially getting a lot of things done. Obviously, that was in tandem with Namie on Scout, who was an excellent scout, and probably a step above the scouts that he's playing with tonight. But do you think that he's going to be able to bring any of that dominance in with him tonight? What do you think that they need to really show on Badlands? Do Madmen?
He has to. Nat has to go massive. So what Nat has always done very well, and what he did fantastically well, better than any other roamer in the country on Ego, was he had a fantastic way of going valley and contesting on the crate side of the team he's attacking. So contesting their Hala side. And Nat was just really good at shutting down scouts. He made Madness his bitch. I have no problem saying that. He just outplayed Madness the whole season on Badlands. And he needs to do that to, I presume, Geo, who's going to be waiting on the crate, and I think that is going to be a very hard job for him, because I think Geo plays that position better. I think Geo probably hits a little bit more shots, and Nat's not going to be playing with Namie. He's going to be playing with, I presume, Vanquish, forwarding up that side. It's just, he's got a harder job against, I think, a more practiced, informed player with weaker tools. And I really do think it comes down to him, because I don't see Enrith losing mids by a large margin to Moot. What we saw at Enrith in the last season with the Hardies, he plays those defensive safe mids very well. Elmo is going to do what Elmo does, find a way to get 35 frags and do a ridiculous amount of damage. And I think that while Yule has kind of struggled to find that balance between, do I play really aggressively as Pocket and risk dying, or do I play quite defensively and play around the med? I think Yule has that balance the best on Badlands, and that just frees up land to really get in and get hungry. So I think that's the easiest map, and I don't know how Nat can control all those things at once. Maybe a double aggressive soldier bomb with him, with Hertz, because Hertz really likes to go deep as well. It's hard for me to say.
I think that's very, very fair. Bren, we've been leaving you out, buddy. Is there anything you want to add here? Because I know you've been so switched on to the scene this season. Any players that you want to watch based off previous matches you've seen?
I'm on point. I've got my finger on the pulse at all times. Doesn't matter what scene it is. I've got a firm understanding as well of the South African scene, if you want to ask me about that. But no, honestly, I recognise a few of the names, obviously, because I've casted ozfortress in the past. But I'm pretty ignorant as to what to expect. From what you guys have been telling me, I'm assuming no safe word are just going to smash it, and it's going to be not an easy game for them, but they are 100% going to be the favourites to win this. So Madmen, most likely the underdogs in this scenario. But I mean, what are your guys' opinions on the maps? Anything that favours Madmen to an extent? I know the no safe word are the first seeds coming into this, so they've got the advantage when it comes to map picks, but yeah, I don't know. What's your guys' opinions on the map?
I want to have we got Snake after Badlands. I think Badlands Graham sums it up best that they are just so good, so well drilled on the side of no safe word for Badlands that I think Badlands will be probably a comfortable map for them. But then we're going over to Snakewater and then Product. Snakewater was a map that we saw last week. We just saw Nat absolutely. I think the best way to describe how Madmen played it against Zeno was Nat blew open a hole in the fabric of space-time, and then Varna shoved his massive pulsating scattergun into that hole in space-time. They played excellently on Snakewater, and I'd be curious to see if I haven't seen much of No Safe Word on Snakewater this year. I haven't seen much of No Safe Word at all, in all honesty, because they are just that good and they've won everything. And also Product as well. Product always being a bit of a wild card with that Koth aspect, and that could be a map that really sort of favours the more passive scout play of Vanquish and TJ. Q you and again, Yukari, anything that you're seeing there?
I think Snake's probably, of those three maps, it's probably Madman's best chance at winning. Like, get a couple of rounds off double soldier aggro, maybe kill Jono late, and try and roll. You can defend last pretty good, the defensive setup. Yeah, I think that's a good map for grinding out a win, and I think that's like Madman's best chance. I think Viaduct, like, who the hell picked Viaduct? Like, was that a Madman pick?
That was a No Safe Word pick.
Oh yeah, of course it was a no. Yeah, that I think again gives everyone in that team what they want. From what I've seen, like, that's just that's a map that Gio and Elmo are just going to have big shark-like grins on. They're going to control everything. They're going to deathmatch everything. That's a really good map for Enrith. He's always been more comfortable playing that pockety demo style. And again, from what I've seen, that seems to be one of Land's better maps too. Like, everything I think comes together really nicely for them on Viaduct and Badlands. They're classic maps. They're maps that, even though No Safe Word have some off-classing players, they know what to do, they know what they're going to do, and their scouts are going to be on top of you. So I think that they're perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. One thing I do want to sort of draw attention to, though, I saw this on Products, and it's probably something we can have a bit of a sticky beak at, and I know it's probably one of the less consequential to the overall flow of the game matchups, but I watched yauch scrimming last night with Madmen, and the dude, like, for a known pocket main who's only come over to Medic this season because he doesn't really want to be involved and practice his DM as much, from what I understand, his movement and his, like, sort of positioning and his surfs are really, really unreal. Like, I saw them play against another sort of very much a top end team in last night that they were scrimming, a top 4 team in damaging on Product. They played 4 rounds of Product, in which time yauch, as the medic, did not die once, and it was not because he wasn't getting focused down at all. It's just because he had insane survivability. So I'd like to see that come into play a little bit tonight. Yukari, one other thing that I want to sort of cue you in on, I asked Gramps about this a bit earlier, excuse me, but Elmo, who has throughout the season, I think the best way to sum Elmo up is that he takes a roughly somewhere under 5% heals and does somewhere above 60 million% of their damage and cleanup. I just sort of talk us through Elmo, Yukari, and why he is probably the biggest impact player in Australia right now.
Okay, Elmo doesn't sit behind his medic like a scared little nobody. He doesn't rely on overheals to start fights. He has extremely good DM and timing, and although he can come across as a bit whiny and self-righteous, there's a real determination to grind away at the game. He's probably the closest thing I've seen anyone come to Clockwork, not in the sense he runs around and death matches everything, but in the sense he tries to get every little advantage, abuse every little timing window. I mean, I think if he goes to an I-Series LAN, watch out. And he seems to have really great chemistry with Gio. They play off each other very well, be that like Gio playing pocket and doing bombs, or Gio playing scout and cleaning up. He's a really dangerous player, and I think a lot of people don't take him seriously because he kind of has that reputation of taking his complaints to chat every time he dies. But if that's what it takes, that's like his superpower, man. If whining and salt makes Elmo strong, then have as much as he wants, because he's a pretty powerful gamer.
Yeah, it should be also worth mentioning for the people around the globe who aren't familiar with the Oz scene. Elmo was the scout for Jasmine T, who couldn't make it to any of the international lands that they attended. I think it's because of uni, if I'm correct, but it's just worth mentioning that he's...
uni was all a facade, he just had to play WoW.
Can't blame him for that.
And he, as I said, because he functions with no heals, I think Jasmine's problem at those lands, or one of their problems, has always been Elmo, totally independent. He'll just run off and do his thing. He's happy to do that. Yui and Madness, both very good with the deathmatch, very good with the taking the frags and cleaning up. not so experienced at taking 5% heals and making plays, And I think Elmo does it so well, and he's so consistent at it, where you look at other aggressive scouts that can have impact and make players like, say, Protect Free State. They can't consistently put out the kind of damage Elmo does, So it really sucks that he couldn't go to those lands and plays face-off.
Alright, well, we are live in real time there, so I will thank our analysts, my god, English, Jesus Christ. I will thank you, Yukari and Gramps. We will come back to you at some point if we have any lulls in play, and we'll come back to you after this map. Bren, get your hay fever sorted, get your tea in your face hole, and get ready, because we are going live very, very soon. This is map 1 of the ozfortress Season 18 Premiership Grand Final between No Safe Word and Madmen. This is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen, so I'd like to see some predictions in chat. Bren, I want to hear your highly educated and really, really insightful opinion real quick on a prediction, and then we'll get going.
It's going to be a 4-1, I think, to No Safe Word. It's going to get to the point where they smash them and they just can't be bothered anymore on this map, at least. But overall, I'm anticipating No Safe Word to take the entire series. We'll soon see if that's true, though, as we are going to be heading into map number 1 of the ozfortress Season 18 Grand Finals between No Safe Word and Mad Men. It is going to be a good one. I'm pretty sure Elmo's name is going to spin me out a few times this cast, but we're going to get straight into this. Moop going to be laying down the stick. He's trying to block off Geo to a certain degree. The Valley area going to be taken out here by No Safe Word. Land going to be leaping into the back lines as well. Moves in onto Vanquish. Vanquish puts in tons of damage. Does bring him down, but it's going to be 2 kills apiece right now. Hertz picks up the follow-up. It's a 3v3 scenario right now, but now it's just TJ and Vanquish against the world. 2 scouts. Geo is going to make quick work of them, and he's going to be trying to hunt down Vanquish as well. Vanquish does pick up the health pack, wants to try and take the 1v1. He's going to win it in versus Geo, and Yule ends up coming out on top. Very scrappy mid.
Scrappy mid indeed. Moop being the first sort of death of that mid, along with Locke, really put Madman at an early disadvantage. But that's good signs to see that Vanquish is able to take that 1v1. He did have a slight health advantage, but he was feeling himself to take a 1v1 against Geo. That's good signs to see early from one of their less experienced scouts, who's probably a bit of a question mark coming into this game. As we're going to probably just see a reset at choke here. Normal medigun for both medics, just a reset at choke really. Nat just chilling over, having a good time in resup. We're probably just not going to see a whole lot happen here. We're seeing Yule poke around the choke, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of anything going on here. This is the sort of situation where you want to see Elmo take his buff and try and get something done around resup. Maybe take Alan with him, but it looks like they're sort of having a bit of a peek at choke here. Not much really going to happen, Bren. This is they're going to stalemate it out. They are playing for all the biscuits here. All the biscuits of course, badges, as we're going to see Alan jump in and just get dead upon by Move. That might trigger something, as indeed Hertz is going to jump in. He's going to miss the airshot on Enrith and get taken down trying to counter-sack in, but it looks like Madmen is still trying to re-aggress this choke. Vanquish is going to get caught out by Enrith, but they do get the force. Move is down so low, as is TJ, and the counterpop's going to come out from Locke, but they are at a 2-player disadvantage now with the spawner of Alan coming up. They do have a slightly better Uber, and they're trying to deny the choke. Madmen, they get the frag onto the aggressive scout of Geo, but Elmo has jammed himself in there, and he's going to find Nat. And with with frags being found everywhere on this Grey Bridge, I think that's going to be a very, very comprehensive second win for the No Safe Word crew.
I was going to say that was a pretty bad Uber from the side of the Madmen. They dropped 2 of their players, obviously tried to take it aggressive because they had the Uber advantage, but as soon as they dropped the 2 players and they were at half HP on the remaining targets when they were trying to flash around that Uber, and they just stayed in the fight for some reason. Kind of bizarre. Wasn't too keen on that one, and then obviously we're going to get cleaned up. No Safe Word playing around their scouts particularly well in that last final engagement, but it is going to be that Uber advantage now going away of No Safe Word. They have about 40% on their way, and they are going to be slowly but surely taking up as much space as they possibly can in this lobby area. I imagine just going to be waiting for that 100% to tick up, and then they are eventually going to be pushing into last. It is the defensive off classes as well. You see the sentry gun getting built up as well, so they are going to be fully preparing for this last defense.
Yeah, they've been really complacent with their building, actually, have No Safe Word, and they're going to Uber in now, but they're going to find Locke with Uber, as the sentry's going to get taken down, and I expect this is the only frag they're going to find with this Uber, as Locke is going to counterpop onto Move, and he's going to flash in Hertz towards the end of the Uber. Definitely a better Uber here for Madman. Yule's been caught in, juggled in, and he's going to go down, but Geo is going to find a frag onto an extending onto an extending, Vanquish there, but all the frags in lobby are going in favour of Madman. I didn't quite catch that there, but a lot of players just going down, as we're going to see Moop try and lock out the choke. It's only Alan and Jono left alive on mid, with Yule spawning up. They have all got all 6 spawners, have no safe word, and I'd like to see them try and recontest this Spire, but Moop's in an excellent position. Alan's going to jump in, and he's going to open up the choke for Yule, and Yule's going to come in off that distraction, and he's going to 2-shot the Demo Man. Really nice coordination there from no safe word. Natty's going to get the Spire cap, so that's important there for Madman. They've bought themselves some time, and that was really nice ultra aggression there, Bren.
Yeah, that was super well coordinated. Moop didn't really stand a chance there, got absolutely decimated, and he's still down now. He's only just respawned, meaning no stickies on last, no safe word. Going to be trying to take it down the main area. Spire still getting capped up, but they're doing a brilliant job right now. The Madmen spamming out that main area, but the Uber charge is now going to be popped off here by no safe word. Moving it in, Sticky's going to get laid down. Yule and Lan finding frags apiece. It's going to be Mr. Elmo bringing down Moop as well. Finally, the Uber charge does come out here by the Madmen. I'm going to try and defend this, but it is only 3 of them against the world. And the recontestation coming out through the main area by Elmo, but not too much being done so far. No safe word, just happy to hold in this lobby area. They might see if they can get a pick off or 2. They do indeed. It's going to be traded up pretty quickly there by TJ, the Asian Fortress Dream Man, the golden boy of Asian Fortress. I don't know if he is the golden boy, I'm just going to call him.
I think he's an admin, actually, so it'd be a pretty golden boy. I mean, no one's got the authority to not call him a golden boy. But you're going to see Yule peeking in this top right here from the attacker's perspective. He's going to find Vanquish, and he might be able to take him down. Hertz has rotated through spawn, but it's actually Elmo that's going to get taken down. Tagged up as the 9-year-old girl frog, because he still insists on having the worst alias in the world. The Yule's going to be popped out, and Enrith and Yule are going to combine to put out so much damage, and they're going to find Lock on a very small Uber percentage. Then after that cleanup, they're just going to stand on the cap. Really well-coordinated push there. Got so much space for free, did no safe word, and Enrith and Yule just combining to do what they needed to do with that Uber. Good round there, and that's 1-0 to no safe word.
Absolutely, that was an insane Uber charge, but a bit of poor position there, coming in there from Madmen, just hovering into the corner, very susceptible to the spam damage. But now we're going to be moving in to mid-fight number 2. Lan wants to take the initiative straight in, leaps into the back lines, is going to get taken down, brings Moop down to a sliver of HP. Nat also looking for a frag of his own. It's going to be 2 kills now going to the Madmen. Geo finishes it up, trying to even it out, but Madmen eventually trying to win this mid-fight. Now the aggression are coming right onto the back lines. They need to be careful, but the damage is definitely there. Still Yule and Geo bringing down Moop and Vanquish, but it is 1 HP on Yule, waiting, creeping and crawling into the back lines, but he is going to get taken out from across the map by TJ there. 1 quick scatter shot to the cranium will bring him down, and that is going to be a 1 mid and 100% Uber advantage for Madmen here.
Alan, the first spawner and the first one to come up on Engineer, they are not having anything to do with the Spire here, and rightly so. No safe word will be setting up for a last push. That was an excellent mid-win there by the Madmen, I should say, there. And as no safe word, they sent in a lot of early aggression, but it was all a little bit stunted. Alan probably going in a little bit too deep for the rest of his team. There's a bit of a tentative forward hold here coming out from no safe word. They've got sticks on the doors, but climbed have the Madmen, and they're going to be able to enter the lobby here for free. Jono up on 70% Uber, so they've got to be quick about this. Elmo's behind, actually. He's causing a little bit of a distraction. They're going to Uber in here, leading on TJ. TJ's going to be able to get down the pocket of Yule.
They're trying to make it work here with the Uber charge. They bring down the sentry gun. The frags are just flowing in, but the Uber charge, they spent way too long trying to focus down Jono there, and the Uber charge is finally going to be up for no safe word here. Hertz is in the back line, just causing a bit of issues. Does trade with Geo. It's pretty big, but still only 3 up right now for the Madmen. They're getting spammed out in this top right area. Lan is doing an excellent job. Elmo going to be running them down, brings down Moop with no issues whatsoever. Going to be able to bring down Vanquish as well. In fact, it's going to be Jono who collects him with the crossbow frag. Locke does manage to escape out of that fight through the valley area, so not all is lost there for the Madmen. It is going to be equal Uber charge in the end, so definitely in a susceptible position and able to recontest this second area here now.
It's exactly right. The capping up on the Spire has Elmo, and they're just going to sort of spam Madmen out of choke. No safe word. Slight Uber advantage here for Locke. I'd be curious to see if they're going to get anything done in on this. One thing I want to draw a little bit of attention to there, we saw Hertz sort of prodding through Valley towards the beginning of that fight, and he just sort of didn't want to think much of it. But as they actually are going to jump Hertz in here, he's going to go for a sack play, it looks like.
Nice.
But Nat's going to follow up onto Jono. That slight Uber advantage really coming into play. Really nice soldier aggression there. Madmen showing that they can do the same thing. Nice shot by Nat onto Alan to really shut him down. Nat's going to get 2. He's going to get both soldiers, put them up in his pocket, but Gio and Elmo are going to combine for 2, but they're eventually going to get taken down by Nat, who got a 3k in that push, and TJ cleaning up Elmo. Really nice play there by Nat. We talked about it in the pregame. He is the impact player for Madmen, absolutely. I'll come back to that point about Hertz a little bit later. But Nat hitting some really nice rockets. I want to bring back that thing from last week. Nat nut, please, chat.
Yeah, Elmo played especially well, managing to find the pick onto Lock there in the final moments, bringing down him there, so it wasn't meaning Madmen weren't going to be coming into this fight with an uber advantage. In fact, it is Jono on the side of no safe word who has the uber advantage of his own. It's about 25%, not really enough to play off, but if they are quick and efficient, they might be able to get something out of it. But, ooh, Gio on the sniper! He's found that. That's pretty big. That's pretty huge. He's going to be searching for more. Indeed, he's found it. Hertz is going to be falling. Hertz on the sniper roll for himself. That's 2 picks now. He's opened things up for no safe word. Going to be moving in. Elmo's in the back lines as well, causing all sorts of mayhem. Just forcing them all the way back onto the mid, and that is going to create so much room now for no safe word. Sniper, super vulnerable. I should say, can exploit lots of vulnerabilities when you're on their second point. Such a large sight line now. Nat and Vanquish going to be moving into the back lines. They get the force onto Jono. Hertz moving in as well. Beautiful bombing attempt.
Yeah, that 3 players dribble behind there did Madman. That was really interesting. Nat's gonna get taken down by Yule on the spy, but Jono's actually gonna go down, and there's 3 frags being down at the track at the choke there. Hertz and Moop combining with Jono, just sort of playing, like opening up their arms and welcoming the Madman players in, and just sort of crunching them with some really coordinated bait. Elmo's getting in onto Lock. Lock's really not taking that much damage. Elmo not having the impact that he'd like, but Yule taking down Moop on the spire there, and Elmo's gonna manage to squeak away. Very messy fight, but Lock is still up on his full Uber here, so he's just chilling with Hertz for the time being. Nat and TJ will be arriving on the scene shortly, but no safe word are definitely trying to get something on here, and they want to get that force out of Lock, who's sort of they're having a little bit of a tentative peek around that side spy, and Nat's very hurt, as is Yule. There's a bit of a fight going down on spy here. Elmo's going to clean up on the flank. Vanquish is going to go down, so that's 2 players down. That's the flank down for no safe word, but they still do have the Uber. Lock's actually going to pick it up, and there's frags going down everywhere. This is the worst Uber I think I've ever seen in my life. What the heck? That's a white with a full Uber ad.
They tried to chase down Jono because they didn't want him to let him get away with the Uber, but Elmo and Lock not Elmo and Lock, it was, who was it? I think it might have been TJ or Vanquish. I don't know. One of the scouts on Lock was basically just hunting down, trying to find Jono, the Jono pick, to make sure that they didn't get away with Uber. But it just ended up meaning that they could get meticulously picked up into the back lines. They got picked to pieces. It was actually insane. Elmo did some excellent body blocking as well in the lobby area to just prevent it and stall out the Uber push. All in all, pretty good stuff from no safe word. Now, the tables once again just turned around. It is equal Uber charge for both these teams. They're going to be building at pretty much roughly the same time. It is a tiny Uber advantage to the side of no safe word, but not really enough to really work off. And it is just a standard hold. We might see an attempt coming in from Yule here or there, possibly even Lan if he really wanted to go for it. But for now, it looks like it's the house push here.
Yeah, they're going to take the Uber in through house here. They're out feeling themselves, and they're going to take down Lock immediately with that Uber. That's excellent play. There was actually some arrow building going on there on mid, Bren, for the side of no safe word, and they're really making it work. Moop's going to try and jump around, and he's going to just sort of shit the bed there. That was a kind of awful bomb there by Moop, I will not lie. TJ's wrapping around behind, actually. He's going to get onto Jono. Gets a fair bit of damage out onto Jono, but he's going to get taken down by Gio, his pocket scout. Really nice push there. Really feeling themselves off the back of that. Oh, Nat's actually defending Spire. Really well played there by Nat. But they're probably going to cap it up now because Elmo is still a big Uber advantage on the side of Jono. That was all for naught in the end. Nice play there by Nat, though. That's heads up.
Yeah, Nat did an excellent job of defending that there. Elmo was just AFK, just to eat and rocket. I don't know what quite was happening there, but now it is a huge, hefty Uber advantage that I think no safe word are going to want to rub all in the face of the Madmen here. Indeed, they are going to be moving in straight away through main, going to be trying to focus down these players. Vanquish eating tons of damage, is going to get taken down by this scout Uber. Gio going to be leading the charge in. Now all they got to do is play the point, no stickies whatsoever. The attempt is made there by Nat, but it's going to be all for naught, and it's going to be another round on the board for no safe word.
Yeah, really excellent team play there by No Safe, but really won on that second push. I think you say just able to get that full Uber advantage for themselves off the back of some really nice coordination. As that's 2-0 for No Safe Word. As you said, I'm back. I'm not a robot anymore. We're going to be going on to mid number 3 here. Enrith and Moop both rolling out the respective houses. Both catch a stick onto each other. Nat's going to be aggressing onto the train really early, as is Alan, but Alan's going to have significantly less success and get counter jumped. Yule's taking his own train now, and Vanquish and Hertz are both going to go down to Alan and Enrith. Nat's going to go down to Geo. Locke is actually going to defend himself onto Alan. Moop going down as well, but all the position just pushing across point here for No Safe Word, and they're going to be chasing down on the second, but Locke and TJ are getting the heck out of there. Really nice mid by No Safe Word, just having all the position and just really opening it up with their aggression very nicely. Alan, the only death of that mid, just outplayed on that mid. Madman.
I think Emrith just put in about 500 damage on that mid with pipes alone, just slamming them into the choke. Literally, Madmen were just eating them. I could make a joke here referencing to like balls in the face, but I'm not going to do it. But No Safe Word. They do have equal Uber right now to the Madmen. I doubt they're going to be trying to take it equal Uber. Hertz has fallen here to Geo. And that is one opening, and it looks like they want to try and take it almost immediately, but a sticky trap going to be bringing down Lan. Ubercharge still not popped off here for No Safe Word, and the push has stunted, and I think we see a pause. I'm hoping it's a pause in the SDV.
Yeah, thank God. I thought it was lagging out. That's good. That sort of highlights that point I wanted to make earlier about Hertz, though. Hertz is definitely playing pocket, ladies and gentlemen. That's something I want to reiterate, and this is sort of something we saw. I was watching his scrims last night, and this is something that is very typical of Hertz. Very much a Roma main, a Roma mindset, and he tends to, like, really that Roma playstyle a fair bit. I'll cue Yukari in here because he can probably explain it a little bit better than me. He's the one that pointed it out, but Nat is really sort of suffering in his playstyle, having to cover for Hertz. Is that what you'd say, Yukari?
Well, I mean, if you look at that just some of the Uber engages they take, Hertz goes so far in, and like, I would figure that his level of game knowledge is high enough that he knows a lot of these positions are sacrificial. So Hertz kind of dies. Everyone pushes in, they get good position, and then Nat's kind of like, well, I was trying to play with the flank or with the scouts or not take damage, and now you want me to like tank heals and white post Uber. I'm not really sure what to do here. Like, double soldier aggro is great, but I think that Hertz probably doesn't let Nat initiate enough, and that puts them in a very raw position. I think it leaves Vanquish out a lot. Like, my initial thoughts on this game is No Safe Word are doing a really good job of fitting everyone into the system and playing together. And it looks like Hertz's aggro and Vanquish's role in the team are kind of like out of sync with the rest of them.
So Hertz is definitely he's no slouch on Soldier himself, but he's really got to let Nat just sort of do Nat things to be able to succeed. Hertz needs to play, like that's exactly what you said. No Safe Word is sort of, they've all slotted into their position, all the pieces of the puzzle are coming together and they're all playing their roles. I think that's something that the Madmen could really benefit from, is letting everyone sort of like mesh together a little bit later. Letting Nat be Nat and letting Hertz play pocket. I think it's putting a lot of pressure onto, like you said, Vanquish, as it's putting a lot of pressure on everyone. When you've got really two roamers, it means your demo has to hit a lot more pipes, and Moop's a solid player, as I just see Yule relaunch the game, so I do believe that he dropped from the server. I could be totally wrong though. Locke's survivability is excellent, but again, putting a lot of pressure onto your medic and a lot of pressure onto your scouts. It just forces everyone to hit a lot more shots when you don't have that splash damage support. I'll cue you in here, Gramps, if you are here. I see you muted in Mumble, but is there anything you've seen so far that you want to chip in with?
Main stuff is just the get combo on No Safe Word, as very expected, doing a lot of work, and the main thing I want to say is, this is not like anything dissing on him, but Vanquish is getting left in the dust, which is to be expected as he's the fill-in, but I think that's a huge part. Is it just seems like Badmen are really struggling for their players to keep up with the strength of, especially the scouts of No Safe Word.
Yeah, so we can see the pause here. Yep, and we're going to reset, I believe. It's just I'm going to see lots of ice skating players because I don't know how to do that fix for the life of me. Yeah, just a bit of a reset here. And yeah, I don't know. Not much happening. Anything
beyond that, it's still 100% Uber, so there's not really much going to be kicking off just yet, but they might try and sack in a player or two. Indeed they do. Hertz comes in from the underside area, doesn't actually get anything out of it, as Lan and Elmo are there to meet him into the fray, but beyond that, still waiting it out. They might try and go for another sack attempt. Indeed, Lan has moved in straight into the back lines, trying to find a kill. Gets a few rockets off, and the spam is going to be followed up as well, so Nat falls very low, but ultimately not getting out the most that they wanted to out of that sack-in attempt. Still holding on to these Uber charges, and it is just the waiting game.
Yeah, but you're exactly right. I'm going to open it up here and hope I'm not too robot-y. Am I too robot-y, Bren? Let me know.
You sound alright.
Alright, sweet as. Yeah, we saw it again there. Like, Elmo, he sort of thought about it, but he didn't really commit to it. He's sort of floating around that bottom right area from the attacker's perspective. And when, sorry? Hurts dies, shit time's out. What are these noises?
Hurts on the spy. He tried to go for the play as Jono, and meanwhile it's a distraction play. Lan goes to play the point. This could be a brilliant opportunity for no safe word, but they don't capitalize off it. That was almost brilliant. That was where the pause was kicking off. Okay, that explains a few things. Yeah, Hurts went on to spy to off class, try and bring down the medic Jono, but didn't quite work out. Just ended up butter knifing him, then panicked, started trying to shoot him, just gave a saw away to the enemy. Obviously it was equal Uber, so it didn't quite matter too much, but now they're going to be taking this fight into the second Spire area. Gio finds the first kill onto Moop. No demo man now, still trying to play the Spire. Uber charge comes out, but look, he can't connect it onto anyone. He's almost dropped everyone. Enrif finds another kill with the pipes. Nat going to be falling as well. This is an absolute disaster. Lad on the last point with the pain train collects another round. It's 3-0.
I want to break that down, but like, I think the best way to break that down is that things didn't necessarily go wrong for Mad Men so much that absolutely nothing at all went right. There was not a single thing good about that push out.
God.
As we're going to be up on the mid number 3. It's 3-0, no safe word. Mid number 4, rather. Again, an early exchange. Alan coming in for a big bomb. He's going to get onto the train. He's going to take down Moop, and Nat's going to fall as well to the aggressive Geo. Again, all this point presence for no safe word really early in the mid. Opened up with that aggression on Alan, and it's just going to be an easy mid win after that. There's no sort of like recontesting coming in there, but they are 3 down on no safe word. Mad Men, but it's just they're getting stomped, they're getting rolled over on these mids. They just aren't able to cement any position on the mid and get done.
Yeah, I think we're almost fully into the tilt zone right now for Mad Men. It's almost a depressing scenario. No safe word, not going to be giving up too much here. It is equal Uber charge as it stands in the lobby area. Is going to get defended by Mad Men. They're going to be holding on to it for now. They might lose a player here. Hurts is in the lower lobby area. They could try and flank him, but no, he does get out of there just in the nick of time. And the Spire area is going to get capped up here. No safe word, still in a very solid position to just take this slowly but surely. Still the lobby area being held for now by Mad Men, but for how much longer? They're still sending in these players. Hurt's going to be trying to make some movements in the trash area. Does get taken down. So it is a one-man advantage. More room to breathe.
George Escobar peeking main on the sniper, and he's actually going to take down TJ from a very low ground position. That's a really nice snipe there, Geo. He's going to get spammed out of main here by, that is definitely Nat, because Hurts is dead. It's just, I don't know what we were talking about in that pause. Again, Hurts just, I don't know if this is the thing when they're losing. He just tries to put the team on his back, and he tries to do two probably stop talking now.
Alright, well, this is the Uber charge coming in thick and fast. No safer wouldn't be taking it in. Lock, he's dropped everyone! He's popping off the Uber charge. Only 2 players remain, though, to make good usage of it. Lan goes to play the point. He's trying to play it back. The spawners are coming in, but Gio with a quick and dirty little headshot finds 1 kill. Enrif laying down the lawn, laying down the stickies. Is going to find it. It was all up to Moop, and it's too little, too late. Another round on the board, meaning it's 4-0 now for no safe word. Big Daddy gameplay kicking off here. This is gonna be most likely the 5-0. I'd like to see Mad Men turn it around, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard.
As I think I'm going to come back down to sane person, because I did time out for that entire last push. I didn't see anything. There it goes. Alan's Market Gardeners comes out, and that's when Yule has told me that you know the game is over when Alan is going for Market. I say if I play their own train, but they're going to get a lot of kills there. Jono's going to be the only one falling to a Hurts bomb, but yeah, that's a mid-win. That's a mid-win. There's nothing more to say. Alan's going for Market Gardens. I'm probably roboting again. This is heckin' frustrating, but yep, it's, yeah, like, Locke did get out of that mid, and that means they do have a pretty substantial Uber advantage on Madmen, so I'd like to see them try and contest from this bats area here. They're sort of having a little bit of a peek, but Enrith's really forward now. Elmo's going to get in, and he's going to take down Nat. That's what Elmo likes to do, is jab himself into the flank, but he's going to donate an Uber Saw to Locke to just aggravate the already existing Uber advantage. Alan's gone from Market Garden to Spy, so we'll see what we do here, as it looks like No Safe Word don't want anything to really do with this mid, and with the Spy, I expect them to probably give up mid without much of a contest as well. Hertz is going to jump in and he's meet Yule here, but Yule and Geo are just not really having anything to do with it.
Yeah, they're going to back out the mid now, just going to be holding into this choke area. Lan is still on Spy, by the way, in the shithouse area, waiting patiently for his time to strike. Probably for the distraction play, he's going to wait for his team to come back in. Elmo finds a pick, now it's Lan's time to move in. Goes for the stab, misses, goes for the second. Locke in a bit of trouble, eats 2 butter knives, but it's not going to be enough. The team is definitely there from No Safe Word to try and capitalize off that, and they picked up player after player, kill after kill. 3 remaining. Respawn is just about coming up. Locke going to be trying to escape out of there with his little scouts, the Blazing Chariot strategy, just locking onto them with his medi beams. But is it going to be enough? I think with Geo, the whole team, in fact the squad's rolling up, trying to find a kill or 2 here. Yule moves up into the upper area. The Uber charge comes out to try and save them. Spire area getting capped up now. Very early Uber into that lower left area. Locke in a bit of trouble. Indeed, he is going to go down there to Geo. And I think ultimately, No Safe Word, as long as they don't play this like a bunch of buffoons, they should be able to take this quite easily.
Yeah, it's just Nat and Moop left. Moop's sort of trying his darndest to put some sticks on the point, but stick the point, he cannot. 5-0 on the first map, No Safe Word in ominous form there over Madman, as it looks like, yep, the config's going to be exact, and that's going to be the end of the first map. We'll get some logs up on stream, but I want to before we bring logs up, I want to cue in our expert analysts, as I've fixed my ping. Hooray. Gramps, what'd you see, mate?
Just No Safe Word. Absolutely showing that they don't have a safe word. Absolute dominance on pretty much every player, and it's just, it's very, it's just so dominant, like, it's ridiculous. They are all so confident they're just taking aggression, winning fights, and it's just basic. I'm speechless at how strong these guys are. It's ridiculous.
Yukari, equally speechless? I would not expect so.
Another day at the office for No Safe Word, to be honest. That didn't look too hard.
Alright, so we are going to have logs on stream for all my fellow friends here. They are in the mumble. I am seeing a 4.7 KAD on Elmo. What can you really say about that? We're going to sort by damage for the time being. I don't have the clicky stats up, so I can't control them. Yep, Wiethoofd has my back as always. Yule and Enrith top damaging with Moop, sort of relatively close behind them, but then Geo and Elmo really just... Yeah, you see Alan down the bottom of the damage stat where he is expected to be not hitting enough of those shovels, clearly, but that's just everywhere you look here, you just see dominance for No Safe Word. Anyone else want to try and break this down at all? Because it's just looking like a bit of a bending over.
I think that fourth round, the mid and the last fight, was kind of indicative of how that whole map went. So, No Safe Word, do your standard valley push, and Alan jumps top right. Now, he killed the demo, and I didn't get a chance to see if that was off good rockets or spam, but that one jumping soldier with scouts just holding standard positions put Madmen sitting in their side of valley, backs to the house wall, and Yule literally just walked under and was like, oh, enemy combos like standing right in front of me. I can just stand here, getting healed by Jono, and spam 4 rockets and hit 3 players. He hit the demo, he hit the pocket, and he hit the medic for free. So, they, as you'd expect, in any situation where the other team is able to take so much ground off one bombing Roma that their pocket can AFK spam you in a choke, they're going to wipe you. So we got to last, and I'm not entirely sure why, but Hertz goes forward in the last defense and dies. Because Hertz goes forward and dies, Yule is able to walk in top right with his Uber, and despite somehow Ubering like 5 or 6 seconds earlier, he's able to walk in and kill a scout on the floor because there's no enemy Uber to contest because there's no pocket to Uber, and then No Safe Word like, oh, cool. We've got a 2-player advantage that we shouldn't have gotten. Let's just kill all of you and cap the point. Like, it was a bit of a clown car from Mad Men, to be honest. I don't think, other than maybe that that first round with a lot of back and forth and maybe a couple of Uber ads. They didn't chain anything together.
Yeah, I'm going to sort of draw attention to another thing on the stats here while we're here. Poor Vanquish. He's been subbed in at the 11th hour due to a combination of unfortunate circumstances and dubious circumstances, but he's not having a great day at the office. He's there with 179 DPM, 8 for 18. He's got probably the roughest role on the server coming up against Elmo on the flank, and with limited sort of game match fitness, as it were. Poor bastard. Not going to have a great time, but we are on to Snakewater now. Do any of our very good-looking analysts want to give us anything for Snakewater? You said, Yukari, that this is probably one of the maps that Madmen would look the best at? What do you think?
Yeah, I said that before they let an enemy pot, like one soldier, put them in a corner and let you all spam for them while AFK, so I'm going to have to retract that previous statement and say they're going to get run over like the American primary. I don't know. Like, I don't know what you want. It's like, I mean, it's brutal, but that's what it is. Like, if like, credit to Alan, because like you look at his stats and you wouldn't realize he actually had pretty high impact on mids. The mids where he went into early, they actually really struggled. Mids where he was on time, he might not have gotten a lot of damage, but he took great positions. And everyone at No Safeword was like a bunch of hungry sharks, at an ambulance chase the convention. They're like, yeah, cool. We're just gonna get loads and loads of frags. Like, it's. No Safeword have a system, they play together, when one of their players takes positions, they follow up, like, it's all the basics, right? Even just little things, like, Hertz tries to walk in with Uber advantage, he pokes his head up, they can see him and all of his, nostrilous glory, and they're like, oh, look, enemy Uber's going to push in, let's spam him down to low HP, and they have to Uber early. Meanwhile, No Safeword Uber onto last. Yule and Enrith just chilling under the point. They don't get spotted. They don't get seen. They don't get spammed out. They Uber early. They go in. They fight. They take the point. Like, all the basics are done right for No Safeword. None of the basics are done right for Madden. And that's the result you get when that happens.
We are going live soon. We have 12 in the server on Map 2 Snakewater. Bren, anything you want to add quickly in the analysis? I'm having so much trouble with that word the last few weeks. Anything you want to add, Bren?
Anybody want to add some anal in here, in this little discussion we're having?
Yeah.
No, anal... I wanted to say Alan, for some reason anal came to mind. I don't know, he needs to turn up. I think he was having I don't actually know, what am I talking about? Land was turning up big time. I'm thinking of the Madmen side of things. Moot was doing a decent job of laying down the stickies and denying off the scouts to a certain degree, but it's Vanquish who needs to step up to a decent degree. And this is going to be quite telling now. If the soldiers get free reign on these mids, it's going to be a bit of a troubling scenario, but we are going to be heading into map number 2 of the ozfortress Season 18 Grand Finals. It is No Safeword versus Madmen. We're in Snakewater, already one map going the way of No Safeword. We're going to see these demo men laying down the early stickies, trying to, block off certain areas, lock down the map if they potentially can. Spam going to be coming out. Lan moves into the back lines. He gets demolished. Vanquish making quick work of Lan. Still, Elmo moves into the fray. Vanquish also going to be falling. Can't take the 1v1. Pretty much just Madmen getting locked into a corner here on this mid, as Gio's going to be finding the second kill onto that. They're looking to try and move across the map, but Elmo still behind them means they're quite susceptible now to the pincer maneuvers. Elmo now going to be moving into the back lines. They have been absolutely squandering their push, and Elmo just cleaning them out. 1 shot, 2 shot. That's going to be a 3 kill streak for that man on that mid.
Yeah, and you said he's coming into the back and he's pinching them. I've spoken to Hertz about their play style on Snakewater a little bit, and he's big into his strats. He likes to read into health going into mids and stuff like that, and certain crit heal rotations and stuff like that. And they really like playing off that double soldier aggression, but it just didn't manage to come out for them on that mid because Locke and Hertz and Nat, I should say, both trying to get in with that double soldier aggression, and it neither of them got the penetration that they needed to with their bombs. Ended up taking fights against players and not really achieving a great deal. As we're going to see a little bit of a stalemate out here. It shouldn't be. Jono up on the full Uber advantage. Looks like they're going to try and take it in through Shutter. They're going to show Shutter and they're going to take down the sentry. But Nat is going to get into lobby and he's going to put out a lot of damage. Health is not great on No Safeword. And Nat's going to come in behind and he's going to get Alan and Jono. That's a huge play by Nat. Dropping the enemy Uber. Really, really nicely done there by Nat. Heads up play, and that's the impact we need to see him have if Madmen are going to get it back into this, Bren.
That's a big daddy play right there. That's the kind of plays that turn your frown upside down. Still, no safe word, just playing around the lobby area, getting slammed by TJ. Takes the 1v1 against Gio, going to be coming out on top of that one. But the backup attempt coming out, Elmo, he goes for it. That's cheeky, that is. Tries to go for it. Vanquish is on point though, along with TJ. They are going to find a kill as well. Enrith with the sticky trap brings down Moop. Still trying to contest his second point. Getting spammed out here by no safe word in the green area. Finding the possibility. Yule wants to move in. Sends down the rockets. Collects one. Can't quite get the second one onto Vanquish. Gio going to be trying to slay in a few scatter shots here and there. But yeah, ultimately it is going to be the second cap going the way of the Madmen. And they are in a pretty standard and safe position to get a repush going if they're quick enough. But still, this Uber Charger has just slipped away from.
Yep, that it has. They're going to be able to set up on mid with Yule spawning up no safe word. Back Kappa Chapter, you said it was cheeky. Bite is looking down from whatever TF2 Valhalla he is in from after his death and after he left the game. He is not happy about that. Bite does not approve of backcaps. Elmo absolutely loves them, so that's probably one that's worth watching on Snakewater. Snakewater known for its funny last like that. Just going to see a bit of a reset here, but it's never going to be a reset for long, as we're going to see Gio up on the sniper. He's been feeling himself on the sniper. I don't want to say he's had a huge impact, but as I say that, he proves me wrong, and Dome's move, that's a demo down for the Madmen, and that'll probably cue a push out of grass, and indeed it does from no safe word. They're taking us in here. Yule's managed to get a lot of position for free. Yule's going to get taken down very low, and he's going to force the Uber from Jono, having to save his pocket there. Ubers are exchanged on second, slightly longer Uber here for yeah, the Madmen, but there's just nothing on. Gio's going to hit a nice headshot, and Enrith going to hit a really nice sticky on the Moop there. Nat's going to get taken down by Alan. That's a Roma thing. And just TJ and Locke left alive on 20% Uber. This is looking a little bit dire. Hertz is going to be up in 1 second, but the rest of the spawners are up in 8, and it looks like Alan's going to try and open this up. He's going to get onto the point, open up a lot of aggression. Health is not great. Enrith's sticking at the point. Enrith and Gio are going to combine for a frag onto Hertz. TJ's going to actually get a lot of frags there, and he's going to buy a lot of time, locking out no safe word. TJ's done so much there, but they're still trying to play the point on no safe word, and it's just not going to come out there with Vanquish and Moop combining for a lot of frags on that last hold. And excellent work by TJ to just stuff out the combo of no safe word and not let them in when they needed to get in to cap before the spawners came up.
Why didn't they play the point a little bit more there in that last push?
I would say it was all TJ.
Yeah, TJ did a decent job of defending that, but honestly, they had so much cap time on it. All they needed to do was run one more person onto the point, and that would have been easy money. And like Moop wasn't there to try and get the defense. They're still going to be popping off the Ubercharge here in the second point. Moop does go down once again to Elmo. Ubercharge just defending them for now, trying to put in a bit of work here and there. Still, Yule eats a bit of damage, going to take up that arrow, going to be fully healed up as well. It is going to be the recontestation, and with 4 frags going their way currently, respawn is coming in at the moment for Madmen, but this will be once again the second point going away of no safe word. Nat has leaped in from the cheese area. He's in a bit of a troubling scenario. Lan does bring him down with the help of Enrith. He's going to get healed up once again, and this should be the repush. I mean, that's down for 15 seconds, and you've got 100% Uber, no safe word. Shouldn't have any problems with this. In fact, they're going to be taking it through the shutter area. Ubercharge not even popped off yet. They feel no pressure whatsoever. Finally now going to be making full usage of the Ubercharge, using it to its fullest advantage, just cleaning up the frags one at a time. Very methodical play, and this will be the first round of Snakewater going to no safe word.
I don't like what I saw there from Locke, from the medic of Madmen. He has done this before. He's got excellent positioning and survivability, but he sort of takes that survivability a step too far in some fights. And you saw there, he was never ever going to get Uber in that scenario, but he still backed off, sort of doing the medic, I need to survive thing. As we are up onto mid, and he just wasn't able to get heals on the players. I should finish that thought. We're on to mid number 2 here. Both Romas taking their sort of respective right sides, having a little bit of a peek. Hertz is going to win a rocket from Alan, but Alan's going to get taken down very low there. He's going to not eat a crossbow, and he's going to strafe out of the crossbow from Jono. Just very, very slow developing mid. Nat's going to take the enemy kitchen, and he's going to take a fight with Elmo. Gil's going to get taken down, but Alan and Elmo are going to combine. Just 3 frags going down in very quick succession for Madmen. Alan's on the hunt. He's going to chase Lockdown onto grass, but Locke's going to be able to shimmy away off the splash damage of that rocket, not in any real danger of dying there. And the chase from Gio is sort of half-hearted at best. He's going to find a TJ, and he's going to back off from that. But with this sort of early aggression from Gio and Jono, they might be able to get some position in on second, maybe no safe word. They've got both scouts here now. The cavalry have arrived, but With the team of Madmen arriving and just sort of posturing on bats there a little bit, I do not think we will see much on. But Alan's on Spy, Bren. He's feeling himself again.
I like it. Alan went for a play on the medic there towards the tail end of the mid-fight and almost picked him up. He was very, very close to it, but didn't quite work out for him. Now he has infiltrated the back lines as that espionage class moves his way into Chi. He's going to be hopping and jumping around. Goes for the uncloak. I don't think they've clocked onto it. Locke moves in for the kill. He gets it back. Someone's a Moop of all people is going to fall. But how would you get away with even getting a frag in that scenario? The team was just looking around like a bunch of lemmings.
That's like, Locke had his position, he had his back to the wall, and Lion even admits in chat that was an accident, as we're going to see Uber traded around the entrance of Saw here, with Moop still down. He's actually a spawner up on the field now. They were dilly-dallied a little bit with that Uber push, did no safe word. Yule's going to try and jump in behind to get some space, and Gio's going to just bunch in there. He's going to take down Hertz and Nat is down as well, so that's no soldiers on the side of Madman. Vanquish going to get taken down. Moop's surely going to die here. TJ's just getting levitated by Elmo, showing off that aim there. Really nice second push there. Two up on the side, the spawning Moop and the surviving Locke, as he's going to take down Elmo. I'm sure Elmo won't be particularly happy about that. Locke's going to get in and he's going to open up room for Gio actually to just bust in that left side. He's going to clean up Locke and Moop, both frags down, and they're just going to stand on the point. No safe word. Really nice aggression there, sort of baiting each other but in a good way. No safe word at the moment. You're creating a lot of space for his scouts to do work, and that is 2-0 relatively quickly to the no safe word gang.
You know it's an easy game when Alan's going for the market gardens in the middle of a fully fledged fight kicking off on
you
second.
just know that it's Alan when that's happening, really. But
This is going to be mid-fight number 3 for Snakewater right now. We'll see if Madmen can turn it around. Going to be trying to lay down the early spam, but it's going to be too little too late. It looks like Nat does fall. They do collect another frag here as Moop picks up Mr. Allen over there. Still, the attempts are being made on each other's lives. They're moving across the point slowly but surely. Slamming in the damage. Hertz has to wait for the arrow, backing off. Very slow-paced mid so far. Not opting for any aggressive bombs just yet. In fact, the heals are definitely not on the side of no safe word right now. Everyone at about half HP. Just need to spam each other out. We do have a pause. That is some blue balls if I've ever felt them. My God, I hate it. It's always mid-cast. You're in the zone. You're in the moment. You're doing some play-by-play and pause.
especially when they're just dick teasing you with that slow of a mid. This is just like, my God.
Exactly. It was ramping up, and then suddenly, no, sorry, mate.
Like, I'm seeing you looking like he's floating there in the air, man. He's actually initiating. Like, we've been at mid for what feels like a few years now, and we're finally seeing someone initiate, and nothing about it. Like you said, really slow developing mid. It's similar to the last one in that it was relatively slow developing as well. Both teams just sort of having a bit of a touch and a feel of each other, and playing their own sides really. But the difference being that both roamers went down very early. Nat and Alan, who have so far on Snakewater been what would the word be? Engagers, the aggressors for their team respectively. So without their W key holding friends, then they're just sort of not really doing a whole lot for either team. We're seeing a bit of a slow mid. We'll cue in our analysts again. Then hasn't been much happening yet so far, guys. It just looks like better team play. Oh, actually, never mind. We're going to unpause, Bren.
We are indeed. Apologies if you can hear the dog in the background. I don't know. I think an intruder's just come into my house. I may be getting murdered in the next final moments of this mid, but who knows? The Ubercharger is actually going to be coming out here by no safe word, looking for a frag or two. Hertz does end up falling, still looking for the aggression. The Ubercharger now finally going to be coming out from Madmen as well, as they are finding the frags, and I think this will be one of the first mid fights that Madmen are going to win on Snakewater.
Yep, the slow developing mid favouring Madmen in the end there. They're just able to play off their medic a little bit more, get off a better Uber. Moop's going to be peeking in through second, but he's going to meet two scouts. TJ and Locke are with him. They're trying to get in here, and Gio's doing a really good job of just sort of saying no to Madman and just not letting them in there. Nicely done by Gio. We're going to see a bit of a reset here, and if I'm not mistaken, that should be a slight Uber advantage on Jono, but not a particularly huge one, nothing terribly consequential. I'm just going to see a reset out here on second. No off classes for any team. This is the sort of situation where we'd expect to see maybe Hertz or Gio go Sniper, but not really much happening. Alan spamming from the lower there, and just probably going to be a reset here as we'll see the reason that the pause comes in. I do believe it was Gio, up onto that 380, 400 ping. I feel you, bro. And they're just... That'll probably come in a moment, but they're sort of posturing grass. The Madmen squad tagged up as RWD DS, which is just some dumb tag. There goes the pause, and yeah, just it's pretty. They're gonna blue balls you some more, Bren. That's what's happening here.
Slowing down the pace of the game to an ultimatum. It is 100% Uber. I really wish my dog would shut up, to be honest. You know, dogs are great sometimes, but when Uber charges get popped off like this, you're trying to do some play-by-play, and the dog is just yapping in the background. You just, honestly, somebody is probably breaking in downstairs right now, but it doesn't matter. We got some Team Fortress 2 to be casting. It's going to be an equal trade, ultimately. Elmo and you're going to be finding a frag apiece right now. Vanquish follows it up with the frag onto Alan. It's almost equal here. 2 kills going apiece. Vanquish falls. Enrith going to be dying as well. No demo man for them. I need to go downstairs. What's this dog doing? What is he doing?
Kick your dog in the balls, Bren. I think that's what needs to be done here. Is we're going to see a lot of frags. Moop just sort of hitting his pills there into lobby, really nicely done. As I'm going to take over while our British friend goes and deals with his extremely annoying.
Get out of my house! Get out, Pawson! Leave! Get out! Oh, he's not leaving. Alright, we've got to continue. Sorry for interrupting. He's not getting out. I don't know what he's doing, honestly. Absolutely ridiculous.
Fucking Scott, man. What an unbelievable human being. Oh, dog, I should say. Really passive. So, okay, we're going to see Madman take the UB in here through Shutter. We're going to see the vaccinated disgustingness coming out from Jono, and as well as a level 2 sentry put up there by Alan on the little dirt mound. That is an absolute nothing Uber if ever I've seen one. Moop's still down. The vaccinated just doing its job in negating all damage and making you feel like an idiot. The sentry's not even going to get touched, not going to take a lick of damage. Jono's still on. He's going to that's sort of like get terms. I'm probably going to lag out from.
I will take over, Mr. Roboto. Do not worry, yauch. I will have your back. They are taking a fight. It is a 2-man advantage currently. Vanquish going to be trying to find the picks here. Geo going to be in a bit of trouble. Eats the damage, but Vanquish actually ends up taking a 1v1, wins it, comes out on top, and the pipes are coming in from Moop as well. Brings down Elmo. It's going to be no safe word on the back foot. Oh my goodness. They are doing it, actually, to a certain degree. It is 100% Uber almost on both sides here. No safe word. Have to defend this. They have a sentry gun built up. Moop, he's just been caught with his trousers now. Not quite. The Uber charge finally comes in. Locke just trying to save him. The sentry gun is going to go down, but the Uber charge just get popped off by no safe word as well. So they are most likely going to be able to defend this. TJ is deep within the enemy lines. Is going to get taken down once again, and Moop is going to get juggled straight in. Jodo finds the pick with the crossbow. So pretty impressive stuff.
Really nice shot there coming out by Alan. I'm sure that our brilliant, beautiful streamer caught that. Wiethoofd. You'll just destroying Hertz there on the little hut area. Sentences now. I don't like my chances. They're going to see a second recap. That was just some excellent DM there coming out from them. So there was not really much else going there. They just had the superior DM, and they were able to get the madmen out of their faces and just shoot them with the guns and shoot them better with the guns and all that sort of fun stuff. As they're going to sort of posture around this mid area, but Hertz is going to rotate down to lower, and he's going to meet them. But Nat is going to get taken down by Yule in the window sort of catwalk area. I don't really know what you call that. I'm going to see them. No safe word. They're just peeking really aggressively, constantly rotating where their players are and where they're poking from. Jono is up on the full Uber advantage, and Nat's still down for a few seconds. Yule's going to take the Uber, and he's going to get his counter pop off immediately and force a multi almost immediately. He's got such a better Uber here, as we're going to see the players from No Safe Word stream into mid. They have all the position. Yule just still maintaining that high ground. Nat's going to jump in, and he's going to try and get something down. Yule's going to get taken down. He should have created there, but TJ takes him down. Alan's down as well. 2 soldiers down for No Safe Word, and Elmo trying to run behind. He's going to get taken down as well. That's just a little bit of an overextension there. When they had all the position in the world, they just needed to play that a little bit slower, did Madman. But Hertz is going to be opening it up, and he's going to get taken down by a nice pipe from Enrith, but Moop is just going to extend forward with TJ, and they're going to find everyone from No Safe Word. The combo who were trying to lock out lower. Hertz did a really nice job of cutting off their escape route from bridge there, and the other players, the other combo players, TJ, just managed to do a really good job of locking them out lower. He's going to see a last push here coming in. The Elmo heavy, Elmo just wiping out his main there for a moment. He's going to get absolutely... And that's a responding round to... That's the first round of this entire map, Madman, and it's good to see. They're showing up. They've got a round on the board, Bren. They're on their way.
Yeah, that's pretty big stuff coming out from Mad Men, turning things around potentially. See if they can take it any further forward now. It is pretty much off the back of these mids that are these rounds seem to be won right now. The damage is going to get spammed out. A lot of splash damage getting 8 as well. We'll see what the heal situation is like right now. Pretty equal across the board. Alan has made his way into the kitchen area, and Nat has to back off. Very weak, and here comes the double soldier aggression. Lock in a bit of trouble. Dodging these rockets beautifully and elegantly. Surfing away. Elmo, though, in the back lines. TJ going to be bringing him down with one quick scatter shot. And now it is a 3v4 scenario. Moving them in. They collect another one as Emriff's going to be falling. No Demoman to try and evade this escape. But with Jono, the medic, latched onto Geo on the scout, he's going to be a very speedy man indeed. And he has backed out of the mid with that 100% Uber. They aren't going to be able to defend potentially this last.
Yep, really nice mid by Madman. You called it all pretty much. They're sort of having a little bit of a peek here. The combo from No Safeword. Geo's actually going to get taken down, and Locke is going to pop so much later than Jono here, taking the Super exchange on Bads. Almost going to trade out for Nat there, finding the frag, but Vanquish is going to return in kind. Much better Uber from Madman. TJ is extending a little bit far forward here. He thought he had his medic with him, and he's sort of stuck in this drop down area against Yule, and Yule's going to find that frag, so it's 2 frags down a piece, but Madmen are going to be able to cap up on that second while all this fighting is happening in lobby. Geo's up on the sniper, and we're probably just going to see a bit of a reset here. Uber's, for all intents and purposes, just even. Geo's going to have a little bit of a peek, and he's actually going to dome Moop for the second time this map. Geo, and he's going to find Vanquish as well. Geo just showing that he has got that disgusting twitchy aim on every class, not just Soldier, and they're going to really open it up here. Elmo's getting some aggression onto Nat, and Nat's just going to get destroyed!
This is insane. Geo is just creating so much space for his team. 2 picks apiece. Just his mere presence is enough to really force their hand, and Madmen have no choice but to back all the way off. I think after that initial round, No Safe would realise they have to get a little bit more serious if they want to try and contend them right now. And indeed, this mid is definitely getting contested. 100%. Moop getting absolutely domed in the process. I thought he was about to get juggled and owned by the Rockets, but it wasn't the case. Alan going to be finding the pick-ons on that as well. 2 picks going their way. The Uber charge advantage has dissipated into thin air, and it is going to be 100% Uber for both sides now, as we see No Safeword moving into the green end area. The Uber charge gets popped off super early here from Madmen. The Uber charge now going to be coming out from No Safeword, seeing what they can find. Locke just trying to make the most out of it, just really making the most out of it, trying to slam it out, but 2 picks go the way of Madmen once again. Still trying to find this kill. Locke actually has excellent movement there. Somehow survives in that engagement against 2 soldiers, and his scouts have had room to clean up. That is a beautiful engagement by Madmen.
Yeah, as you said, Locke's just able to keep surviving after they invested so many assets on the side of No Safe Word into killing him in that lobby area around that second push. Geo just... Whew, my goodness. That is like... You can tell that he's part of... Elmo's going to get in, and he's not quite going to take down Locke. Those are the plays that Elmo's known for, but you can tell that Geo is part of a Mexican drug cartel because he's good around those guns. Like, holy shamoly, he really carried the team on sniper there, but they weren't able to get it done, and that's a lot of that Locke survivability, which I don't want to call myself a good analyst, but I did talk about that in pre-game, Brenners. We're going to see Madmen pushing in off second here off this grass area. Yule's going to see what he can get done.
They're finding the frags. Oh, God. You know, sometimes you just feel really homophobic, and you just want to come out with those words. But right now, the lobby area is getting contested by Madmen. They find a kill. The sticky trap from Enrith collecting it. The Uber charge comes out. Geo just doming kids off left and right. TJ did not stand a chance. Stickies are going to be placed onto the point to try and contest them to the best of their abilities. But the damage going to be coming in here. And this is a failed push by the Madmen. They aren't going to be able to defend this from the side of No Safe.
Yeah, really nice defense there by No Safe Word. Just sort of had the excellent position, and they were able to dangle the bait out for Madman and just sort of bait them forward and kill them with the better positioning and advantage. Locke drops an epic in chat. I don't really know what that's for. Hertz is going to be hiding in lobby here, and he's going to get found out immediately and 2-shot by Geo. That was a little bit of an optimistic play. And again, we see Hertz sort of dabbling in that roamering stuff, and we see Nat just sort of chilling on mid here. Elmo's just going to get in behind and kill Locke, though, because Elmo just does Elmo things. Alan's going to be aggressing in the backside. He's going to take down and get taken down by TJ and Vanquish combined, but he's just combined to bring so much room there for No Safe Word. TJ's going to get taken down by the spam of Enrith, and there's going to be no sort of showing on this mid from Madmen off the back of that Elmo play. Elmo just doing flank things, and that's going to take down Geo in the end, but my god. Yeah, that's actually on second. That's trying the back cap, but he's going to meet Elmo and Enrith, and it's going to get taken down. Actually, Enrith's going to take down Vanquish on mid, get taken, but Moop's going to get the Enrith pick. This is a very, very messy Uber. This is like extremely weird exchange on mid. Yul's going to get jumped in, and he's going to get jumped in and juggled in at the same time, but the frags are definitely going in favor of Madmen here, as they're just able to sort of dribble in late with superior health with the spawning lock, and retake that mid really convincingly. Nice play there by Madmen, just coming off that spawn advantage and health advantage. Yul's going to try and jump in, and he's not going to get anything. Alan's not even trying to follow up, but nice play there by Madmen. Unexpected.
Yeah. That was huge in that entire engagement. What the hell is that sticky trap? Alright, GG boys, no. Back out, get out of there. You've lost 2, you can't push. I was going to say, Madmen were playing so well, Nat just was doing Starkey plays into the back lines, and he created so much room for his team to capitalise, and just pincing them in between when they tried to back out of mid. So well played by Madmen, and then they just dropped to a sticky trap like that. Well, they didn't drop the Uber, but they definitely dropped players, and they are going to be forced back. That push was stunted. Even though they've got 100% Uber, they could definitely go for a reattempt, but they're just not quick on the ball. They just don't want to take the Uber charge into this second point. It is one of the harder points to push into of most maps. It is quite long. You can kite the Uber pretty well, but they're going to be popping it early, thick and fast, seeing what they can do with this Uber charge. They pick up 2 players, Elmo with the follow-up, but TJ is going to be finding the second kill, or the third kill I should say. The second point is going to get capped up as well. Still, Elmo just taking names in the bottom lower area. Is going to finally fall 2 players up.
Yeah, huge Uber there by Nat. Nat Knight as Gio's actually going to dome her. It's excellent play by Gio, just really showing up on that sniper. They're going to get a scout onto the point here, Madman. Vanquish is going to get taken down quickly by Yul, but Nat, again, just had so much impact with that Uber. He managed to get the demo and then get the medic as well. Just really high impact from Nat. What we need to see is the man of the moment is just going to die lower, but that's alright, because everyone has their off moments. But really, really good Uber there by him. No safe word, looking like they might want to contest this from grass. Hertz is sort of having a little bit of a peek, but he's going to get sent back to where he came from. Not literally, of course, with the cancellation of 457 visas. I'm sorry, Snazzy, I'm going to stop making bad jokes, but yeah, that was just a very, very half-hearted contesting attempt from Hertz. And Moop's got some sticky traps lower, 30-40% Uber advantage here on Jono, so we'd like to see what he wants to do off this. They're looking like they're going to take it into lower. I hope they don't get caught out by these sticky traps. That'd be a little bit of a disaster. Gio's going to spot them out, but it probably has slowed them down maybe just enough for Locke to be able to recontest with this Uber. They're going to Uber in here through kitchen, and Locke is just well out of there. They are going to find Hertz in the lower area. Moop is just going to manage to squeak out though on a little bit of HP, and with the back cap going on, that is Nat on the back cap yet again. He's doing this multiple times. I hope we see a Madmen contesting of mid here with the full Uber, but they're not going to quite be quick enough to do it, as Alan is going to go take down his respective roamer on second Nat. Full Uber advantage here. Yul's going to actually jump in. Nice work by Locke. Balls of steel there with the soldier right in his face, albeit he wasn't terribly hurt, but he knew that he didn't have to pop there at all, even though the soldier was literally touching models with him. I'm going to take it through Saw Bren.
They are indeed. Elmo is also still in the green area, taking 1v1s. He's going to not come out on top. Vanquish actually winning that one. Uber charge now popped off as well on the mid by Locke, seeing if they can lead it in. But no, it was just a forced attempt by Alan, and he does succeed in that. So they are going to have a hefty Uber advantage on the side of no safe word to make some moves, work their magic, and see if they can defend their second point. Still, the green area getting taken up here by Madmen. Look at this sink coming straight in. The Uber charge comes in, but they've already got 3 players behind right now. If they manage to kite them effectively, this could be still pretty good for Madmen. They're trying to play around the point here. Nat has found the kill into the back lines. TJ just playing around it. Good spam damage. Collects them up. Moves laying down the law. Sticky's being popped off here. Yule in a bit of trouble. Jono also on about half HP, but finally the players are going to be recontesting. TJ comes in from nowhere. Brings down the medic. Now it's just Moop. A 1v2 scenario. It's not going to be able to bring down Alan. Alan just cleans him up with a rocket, and it will be a successful... I don't know if that wasn't really a successful push, but it wasn't a successful defense.
Yeah, a little bit 50-50 there. I won't lie to you, Bren. I didn't see a single moment of that. I was typing something else. I am an awful, awful caster. We're going to see, actually, that looks like a roamer behind. No, that's actually a Yule behind. That's a pocket behind. He's going to get onto Locke. Locke is just going to survive on a slither of HP, but he's going to take down TJ instead. That's going to find a frag on the backlines, and Alan's going to... Yeah, that's Alan getting taken down there, but Yule, just... unable to connect that second rocket onto Locke. I want to say that's a good body block there by TJ. I don't know if it was entirely intentional by the ozfortress scout, but unlucky anyway. But Gio's just going to run in and he's going to find a free frag on Moop among, like, that that shouldn't happen. You've got your entire goddamn combo there. And off that, no safe word are going to contest from this bats area. Even Ubers at the moment, Geo's going to get hit by a nice rocket, but Elmo's going to get the frag onto Hertz. Elmo's just so much up in their grill space at the moment. He is putting out so much damage, and that's a nice pipe over the little hut by there by Enrith to take down TJ, and that'll probably signal the Madmen retreat, the tactical retreat, and the no safe word are pushing in through this lower area here. Yule and Geo got a lot of position between them. The Uber's going to be popped out onto Nat here. Nat just taking matters into his own hands, but Locke is just not having anything to do with it. He's putting no faith into his Roman to get things done. His Roman's going to trade out a frag with Geo, but Locke has just backed way up in the lobby there, not having anything to do with it. As it was probably a smarter play in the end, as they didn't have a good end of that Uber exchange, did the Madmen, but Nat was just sort of left out on an island there on grass, and that's just going to be them completely conceding second. Geo's up on the sniper though, and he has been in red hot form.
Yeah, I could see some plays coming out of Geo now. No safe word realise they're not going to have an opportunity to push into last. The two-man advantage they got with the initial Uber v Uber exchange has faded. And now they're just waiting for the picks, basically. Geo waiting, where's he holding from? From the logs right now, searching for a chrome to dome, I guess. Is he going to be able to find one? No, not quite. I think he might have got a...
Bren.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, my mind was like, is chrome a word? And I still don't know the answer to it.
It's definitely a word. It's like shiny. It's like that stuff that you see on MTV's Pimp My Ride and all that fun stuff. I don't know. Yeah. A little bit. They're just going to keep teasing you, Dick.
Tell I've just woken up.
No, that's alright. A lot of frags are going to be traded out into the lobby there. TJ and Alan, are going to trade, but Vanquish and Nat are going to go down as well. There was a body shot in there, but Geo and Alan have both been taken down. There's three frags down for the side of Madman. Yule's going to lead in this Uber through Shutter Door here. Enrit's going to get juggled, and he's probably going to get taken down by a much better Uber by Hertz. Yule's just sort of jumping away from his medic there and leaving Enrith strung out in that lobby area. But I think that with 2.5 minutes left on the clock, No Safe Word will be happy to just sort of have this map position, really. As we're going to see, I believe that is Hertz jumping in there, and he's going to take a fight against Elmo, but Elmo just eats an excellent crossbow there by Jono and is able to take down Hertz there. There's two frags going each way. Locke has actually gone down, though, so heal advantage is on the side of No Safe Word. Position advantage isn't great, but they're going to recontest this second here. Is Elmo in combination with Yule. They're going to find the frag onto the demo man, and Vanquish is probably going to get caught out here. Unlucky not to get the frag and Elmo in the end, but that is a lot of players down and a lot of health in favour of No Safe Word, so I'm expecting to see them jump into this last here, and indeed they do, taking it from the top left area, just sort of bundling in there. Hertz is going to try and get a lot of damage out, and indeed he gets a lot of damage out, but he's not going to get taken down. Locke's going to go down though, and that's heal advantage definitely in favour of No Safe Word here, as well as the frag advantage. Just all playing off each other's damage. An excellent focus fire there by No Safe Word, and they're going to take that 3-1 with not a whole lot of time left on the map clock. That is really well played there by No Safe Word, just sort of playing off each other's damage. Focus fire was excellent. Not much you can really ask for there in a Uber push, and that could well be mapped with 1.5 minutes left to go, Bren.
That will be the map. There's no way they're going to be able to take 2 rounds in 1:30. I think it's probably safe to say we can bring in the analysis and the analyzers, the anal men, to see what they can tell us about a map.
Yukari, I've heard enough about your wife. You're an anal man. What do you got to say about that?
Speak for yourself, Queensland boy.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, to, kind of bring in some fighting game terminology, sometimes you just can't beat the other guy up on the feet. You got to drag him down and make a muck show of it. I think Madmen did a lot better on this map. I think this was a map they had a real chance to win. I think if they played with Ojai and Vanna, I don't know, I reckon might even slightly tilt it to them. Nat had a lot of impact, really good double Soul Jaguar bombs. TJ always around the med to clean up. I think Moop had some particularly good players too, and I think he struggles to get forward and have a high impact in this team based off what I've seen. So that was pretty good. I mean, it was better effort, but didn't really stop. No Safe Word, did it?
Not at all, as Locke is going to drop Uber for the stats, and Enrith's going to get that one. Yeah, not a whole lot happening here with 11 seconds left on the clock. We're going into map 3 here, and we're going to see some product, which means that I need to pay attention and talk a lot. That's going to be painful. But this will be a good map. I don't know, we've seen some solid DM play and some solid coordination coming out of Madmen here, going into product, I reckon we could see some... I want to say, I don't want to count Madmen out just yet. I want to have faith. Call it blind faith, call it whatever you want, but I reckon that they could definitely have a showing here on product, especially after watching them scrim it against another relatively solid Prem team yesterday, and Locke's survivability was just absolutely ridiculous, so I'd like to see what they're able to do here, Madmen, going into this next map. But of course, that is Snakewater, the second map, 3-1 in favour of no safe word. That is match point in terms of the maps for no safe word, as we are playing a best of 5 here, so that's first to three, I should say. We'll be getting logs up on stream shortly, as indeed they are up now. So does anyone with the logs loaded on their sets want to talk me through what's going on? Grams, what do you see?
I'm just opening logs right now, but I can say without even having to look that Geo is just a destructive force. It is up now. Yeah, Geo going 31 to 13.
I think those
just
hurt stats.
Sorry?
The stats for Hertz, I think, tell an interesting story.
Yeah.
Someone chuck us a link.
Hertz went 10 for 27.
I've got it, yep.
Sorry, Hertz going 10 for 27. Getting decent damage output, but that's a pretty ugly kill-death ratio, especially as a pocket.
And that's coming in again to what you were saying, Yukari. He's just sort of trying to take matters into his own hands too much, I think you'd say.
I think it really hurt them on this map too. I think, when he dies, there were a few situations where he would die first and Nat would end up behind the enemy team. Now, Nat may have fundamentally changed the way he calls, but from what I remember of Ego and playing him a bit there, Nat is a pretty cerebral guy. He likes to kind of set things up and be like, I'm going to try and push behind them in reaction to the super push, or I'm going to try and take it. He tries to give you a good idea of what he's looking to do on these pushes. It's not just, oh, look, I ended up behind them. Haha, guys, I don't know how that happened. And so there were many situations where I saw Nat was taking a play that was successful or was the right play or had a better percentage success chance than fighting 50-50 Uber v Uber or just bombing the medic, especially with how well Geo was playing. And then Hertz would die before Nat would. And in quite a few of these situations, it was where no safe word had the Uber advantage by 30%, 40% Uber. And in that situation, particularly on Snakewater second, third, the defending team has a pretty good chance of getting their counter Uber up in time. But because Hertz is dead and because Nat is behind doing the Roma thing, there's no soldier to Uber. And that kind of puts Moop and the scouts in a really terrible situation. They're kind of looking at each other, ready to take their pants off and get some action, but there's no soldier to heal in for the Uber. So I felt like no safe word the whole game were able to take these quite aggressive Ubers, Uber first, push in and take a lot of ground and get away with it, because in too many situations there was no Hertz alive or no pocket alive, so to speak, to make them pay for their arrogance. So I don't want to just pin that on Hertz. It might be a team call. It might be a lack of coordination between him and Nat. I don't know. But the soldier coordination where we don't see a pocket with the medic is really concerning to me. And I think it actually screwed them out of what could have been a map win.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm going to cut off our analysis there as we are on our way to map 3 product. I want to do a few plugs quickly. First of all, congratulations to the ozfortress Open Champions Whoopee Share. That thread is now live on ozfortress.com if you guys want to go have a sticky beak. Congratulations to everyone that has won an award there, and especially the team sponsored by TF Live. A little bit of nepotism there, but you guys all did an excellent showing. Congratulations to all the award winners in Open, and I hope you guys had an excellent season being your Open admin. And yes, as we are going to see everyone joining up here on the product map. One more plug quickly. Ulti Duo, guys. It is this hecking Sunday, so get your stuff sorted. Get your stuff sorted, guys. Get your duos ready, and we have got some pretty significant prizes. I don't want to scoff at these, but Aussie Duo, to reiterate for everyone, it is this Sunday. We've had a lot of questions about it, and so get ready for ozfortress Aussie Duo 11, guys. Get ready to put your names in the history books, as I'm going to send the string to Yukari, and I'm going to ask Gramps to give us some insight onto these teams on this map, which is Product.
To be honest, this is, if I'm correct, no safeword spec.
This is indeed.
This is one of the best maps they could have chosen, especially with the scouts being down for Madmen. Geo and Elmo on Product is one of the scariest lineups you could possibly face. I don't know if we'll see a sniper play come out of either side, which is pretty commonplace for Product, but it does not get much scarier to face a team on than Product. It's not looking good for Madmen. It's also something you want to say, obviously, is you never want to lose the map you pick. Snakewater was Madmen's pick. They did 100% make a better effort than they did on Badlands, but it is going to be a very, very large uphill battle for Madmen on this map.
Can I just draw everyone's attention? Sorry to sort of like cut you off there, Gramps, my pal. I want you to draw your attention to the Madmen roster. I see an Ojai.
Oh.
Yeah, he's swapping out Vanquish.
Which is...
Reinforcements have arrived!
Yeah, the battalion has arrived. That's... I won't comment on that, but Vanquish is on their roster, TJ isn't. Yeah.
That's interesting, keeping the Merc. But I do understand the situation. Vanquish did get thrown in pretty deep. But at the same point, this does actually bode a lot better, I'd say, for Madmen, playing with a core player. But then again, I'm correct. So Ojai does play cleanup, and now they have a cleanup and a heal scout, so...
I would like to draw attention towards the fact that Obla and Hertz may be gearing up to fight the ozfortress heavyweight UFC title right now. There may be some discussion over what you guys have pointed out.
Yep, alright, we're not going to get into any of that sort of stuff, because that is a slippery slope, I want to remind you, Yukari, but, okay, we're live in real time, and I want to also congratulate the intermediate winners, Yukari, brave, loyal, and kind, as that thread is now live as well, so congratulations to all the award winners there. Yukari, you're playing intermediate demo man, you're a complete trash can of a human being, I just want to remind you. I want to get some predictions here, guys. We have been sort of skipping out on predictions a little bit. I want to get some real in-depth predictions, as Zobla's told them to go live as soon as possible. Yukari, I'm not even going to let you respond to me calling you a trash can. Bren, have you got a prediction for this one? And then we'll go to you, Gramps.
I don't know how big of a turning point Ojai is with him coming into the fray, but I think going off the previous performances from what we've seen from No Safe Word, I would imagine this is going to be once again another 3-1. I'd be surprised to see a round go to the way of the Madmen. As bad as that sounds, I don't know how much of a difference one scout can make. Even though Vanquish hasn't had the most impact in the previous games, I still think they're up against almost unstoppable force on the side of No Safe Word.
That's very fair. Gramps, do you have anything to add to that?
I do think Ojai will put up a lot more resistance to Elmo and Geo than Vanquish did, but I do also think that Product, like I said, it's a very scary thing to be facing, so I don't know if it'll be a turning point for Madmen, especially because, if I'm correct, Ojai's just gotten back from work and hasn't practiced, so...
Yep, that's probably true. Probably coming in here a little bit cold and without a warm-up. Yukari, I'll throw to you now. Don't be too mean to me, but, yeah. Do you think Ojai's going to really make that much of a difference? I'll ask you that. We'll see how they show.
I'm going to say two things. Number one, it'd be interesting to see if either team runs a sniper and 2 scouts and 1 soldier, because they both seem to have pretty good setups for it. I think Ojai definitely will make a difference. I just think it's more mechanically capable than Vanquish, and a little bit more experience at this level. And I'm currently trying to figure out where you're on a street map so I can enjoy watching you drown. Anyway, it should be a good match.
Yeah, I don't actually leave my address to registered domains on the internet, actually, so you can have a little bit of a hard time tracking me now. But, yeah. We are going live here. I think I'm going to have to agree with all of your predictions here that this is just going to be I want to see Elmo. He sort of plays with so little heals just over on the flank. I want to see him get a fat, 15% heals and just put up disgusting numbers like we know that he can, as we're going to mid number 1 here on product, and we're going to see Nat go down very early actually to Alan, trying to initiate some aggression, but he's just not going to really find anything. Elmo's going to get taken down very low in this connector. Both scouts from No Safe Word committing to that concrete side, and TJ's just going to be able to fight them off very comfortably. Ohai's going to clean up that frag on a Geo off of all of Ohai's damage. TJ's going to get taken down very low, and Yule is going to extend forward. He's actually going to find 2 frags. He found Locke, but he should have not have survived to be able to kill TJ. And that is all the point presence there for No Safe Word. Hertz is actually up on the sniper. I didn't see that, and but Moop's actually going to jump in. That's an excellent bomb by Moop, and that is going to combine, and they're going to completely wipe No Safe Word against the side of that mid. Hertz has hit absolutely 0 damage, and Nat and Moop just towards the end of that mid, just going balls to the wall and saying, we do not care, we are going to keep going forward, and they wipe No Safe Word on that mid against the flow of play. Excellent play there by Nat and Moop coordinating. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Just should not have happened in the slightest, I don't think. Moving in to the fray. Moop somehow coordinating up there, picking up the kill. That's some nutty stuff right there. And the point is in favour of Mr. Madmen right now. Still the initiation coming in. Enrif picks up the kill onto Moop, and the point is slowly but surely being recontested here. Still no Uber charge on either side. Headshots popping off. Hertz has found Jono, the medic, going to be falling. No Uber charge going to be coming out for No Safe Word here, and I think it should be, assuming Locke survives, again a pretty winnable fight for them. However, it is currently 3v2, and it's only Hertz on sniper to defend against the onslaught of DM classes that are currently assaulting them. Still, we see the opportunity abound for them. Locke now does have 100% Uber, so they can recap if they so wish. Points being played. I don't actually have the round times for some reason on my HUD, so I'm going to go off the back of this, but Enrif with the sticky trap does bring down Moop. Ohai going to be moving into the fray as well. Finally, the Uber charge comes out. Going to be not trying to drop any more players. They do collect another kill onto Alan. Still, Elmo is in the back lines. Looks like he wants to try and go for Hertz here. Hertz has been putting in a lot of work on that sniper roll. Just absolutely denying the hell out of everyone. Yule with the follow-up onto Nat means that, well, I mean, Madmen, they didn't even actually manage to recap this point, and they're just getting absolutely slammed in the process by the sticky traps, or by the stickies of Moop, laying down the law. Impressive hold by No Safe.
I am back here, and I see some time tick down. Hertz is actually going to pick the cliff, and he's going to take down the Roma of Alan, and TJ and Ohai are just going to extend so far forward, and they're immediately going to find Jono with the help of Nat there. I think it was just some spam. Nat didn't even look to be that far in, but that was really, really nice coordinated scout aggression from the side of Madmen onto that slope there, as we are going to see Geo up on the counter sniper. They're not doing the immunity strat of chucking Alan on scout, which honestly surprises me, as Alan's known for his scouting, a little bit of a scout main, more so than a roamer, I'd say. But let's see what Geo can do from the bottom of this cliffside, as Locke is up on the full Uber advantage right now. He's got himself very smartly positioned now. Geo's going to get taken down, counter sniped by Hertz, and they're going to try and get some aggression in. Locke's going to, no, Moop rather, is going to eat a pipe, and yeah, this is just sort of they're standing right in the sideline on No Safe Word, and they're not really able to get any position. They need to get something done here, because they're just letting time run down on the clock, Bren.
Hertz sniper is this unknown quantity that just seems to be slamming them. Alan's going to be moving into the back, but the Uber charge is now going to get popped off as well. If they can follow this up with a few kills, it would be decent of them. Still, the Uber charge now finally going to be popped off by No Safe Word, looking to recontest, and they have collected the kills as well, as Locke is going to be the last casualty there. Going to be picked up by Enrif's sticky trap. Still, Nat tries to move in, tries to find the kill onto the make of Jono. Still, TJ is still there in the back lines. He's on a sliver of HP though. He's going to get taken down by a stray rocket, in the recap was there by No Safe Word. Very even round so far, currently almost equal in the time scenario. Hertz still on sniper as well as he moves his way up onto the cliff area now, hunting for a frag or two. Going to be fully charged up, peeking slowly but surely around that corner. The fully charged body shot will be enough to bring down Alan. Are they going to be able to get any more follow-ups? Damage being laid in. Moop with the stickies does find Yule, but Elmo is going absolutely ham as he's actually picked apart the flank, and now is methodically moving into the back lines. Is going to get taken down by TJ, but ultimately I think this is still probably winnable for either side right now.
Oh, Hertz is going to dome Jono though. That's, yep, and Enrith may well get taken down by
He's on an absolute
Hertz is on a tear here, and like I've spoken to Hertz a little bit between the maps, and all I got was I'm tilted AF. So the tilt is coming out in manifesting itself in sniper form, and he's playing excellent. This is Mule as well. This is absolutely Harambe. as my friend
This shouldn't
Yukari
be
would say.
allowed.
Oh,
Banned in 50 states. This is ridiculous. He's actually destroying and dismantling them. This is unbelievable. He's activated the aimbot. I don't know what's kicking off. It's actually unbelievable. He's doming everyone. He's destroying them. Geo now just, he's had enough. He's running him down, but the arrow's going to be keeping him alive. The carry of Hertz. Moop going to be piping him off. Hertz is actually destroying. And look at how keen he is. Look how keen he is. He's moving into the fray. Tries to go for the frag onto Jono in the final moments. They're picking up 2 kills apiece. Oh my goodness, it's disgusting. Finally, they're going to be losing these players with the final 20 seconds, but this might be a huge mistake for them. Still 40 seconds on the clock for no safe word, so they're not in a terrible scenario by any means. And Locke has managed to escape out of there, so they do have the Uber charge to work.
Yep, Locke did well there. Nat did well to get him out of that base of cliffside body blocking so that Locke had that full Uber advantage. Hertz is actually going to get taken down, so that's the impact player off the field. I don't think you realise quite how poignant that aimbotting joke was, Bren, but that's alright. We'll let stream chat get in on that one. As we're going to see the Uber out onto this left side, Jono's going to get taken down immediately by Nat, and Nat's going to find another one onto Yule, who explodes himself. Nat's going to stand still. Red's medic died with 98% Uber as the SUV sets to Johnny.
It shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed. Why are they not? They need to get on the cap here. They need to get
exactly
on the cap.
right.
Enrith is here. I still think they're going to be able to get this. Look at Locke. Nobody's on the cap. They're not going to do a herpy, are they? They're not going to do a herpy. Surely not.
Jules coming in. He's going to take down Locke. He's going to take down Hertz as well. Surely not. No, Madmen cannot just dismantle this hard work. But it looks like Ohai and TJ are going to be able to recap this. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this has just been the dirtiest, messiest round that I think I've ever seen, but they are going to be able to cap it out there as close as a round can be. Both teams on 0-0, but Hertz just saying, hello friends, come climb on my shoulders and I will give you a piggyback. That was just disgusting, as we're going to get some coordinated are you upset Elmos. They're getting into Elmos hat. So this is all heating up here. Map 3, it's all happening here, Bren, as we're going to go into the next mid. Hertz, of course, still sniping from cliffside, and he's immediately going to find a fully charged body shot onto Alan, as we're going to see the double soldier aggression coming in here onto Locke and Moop. Elmo combining as well with them. Moop's going to get taken down. Enrith dying to TJ. Hertz is going to find a dome onto Elmo though, and it's 3v2. And
this isn't allowed. This isn't allowed. I haven't seen anyone pop off this badly since God knows how long. This honestly, we need an investigation right now. I'm making some accusations. We need to end this here and now.
I don't mean to throw my weight around, Brent, but I'm an ozfortress admin right now, and I'm going to plant myself on Hertz's POV. You can be the proper third-person caster. I'm not going to leave this kid's POV. This is absolutely ridiculous. And he's got. Oh, he's actually going to get second scoped by Geo, being a dirty, disgusting human being. Highlander mains can scoff at that strat coming out there, but it's called for at this point, as dirty and grotty as you can get to take down Hertz. He's just going on an absolute tear. Moop is actually going to go down as well. Geo's going to find another one onto TJ. Uber's going to get forced out here by Locke after dropping 3 players, and they've got 2 players behind you. No safe word. Ohai's getting right up into their grill spaces of the combo of no safe word. Jono's going to die again. Jono can't get anything going here. He's surviving so badly. The players behind from no safe word have got 3 players behind actually now. Ohai extending forward and cleaning up the combo of no safe word. Ohai's going to take down Alan, but he's going to get taken down in the end. Sort of, I don't know. I don't want to say that no safe word sort of baited their combo there, but it ended up working-ish in the end if they're able to get the contesting onto mid, as Geo's still up on sniper, and now Yule's gone over to scout. I'd expect Yule to be on soldier and Alan to be on scout, but that's whatever. So we're going to see them refight this mid and the cap go over for no safe word, and Geo's going to don't move. There we go. The counter sniping coming in. This is getting grotty.
Geo decides to fight aimbot with aimbot. Next thing you know, Hertz popping off ahead onto Alan in the cliffside area. They're going to be running out of spawn with negatives in a minute. Spinbot, and you're going to see it. Honestly, it's unreal. Elmo picks up 2 more kills. Hertz and Ohai going to be falling. This is still going to be full control of the point for now by no safe word. Pretty hefty stuff. 5 kill spree right now for Elmo. He is triggered, man.
Well, If that's what it takes, dude, we talked about this in the pregame, and Elmo seems to manifest his upsetty spaghetti in chat and in playing, and Elmo is the one that they really want to show up here. He needs to be getting some disgusting damage stats to combat what Hertz is putting out here, as it looks like Hertz is going to take down Yule, because he's never done. He cannot be outdone by Geo. He's going to sort of take himself in here, as it looks like the combo from, I keep wanting to call them Right Wing Death Squad, but it's actually... All I can hear is headshot noises. That is exactly right. It's just Alan's going to get taken down, so the two-player disadvantage here on Madman, and the Ubers are going to be traded out. Conscientious Objector comes out there from Enroth, but they don't probably want anything to do with this, with the spawn disadvantage and player disadvantage for no safe word, as Geo's going to go down, so that's their sniper, and that's going to open up a lot of room for Hertz. Following in some Highlander meta here, you take down your enemy sniper, and it gives your sniper so much more room to breathe, and that's about all I know about Highlander as a game mode. But they're going to reset around their house here, even Ubers for no safe word, and with the spawn advantage, Nat not on the field yet, and we're going to see, I believe that is Alan, he's going to ingress onto the cliff and just sort of, he's going to do a derpy jump, feel real good about himself, and then just get taken down there by Ohai. Yule's going to go down as well on the scout, but they have a lot of point presence. They actually managed to get some cap time out. Hertz is just not going to stop. Hertz is never stopping, but they're 2 players up only on the side of no safe word. They did get the cap up, and it's probably going to be detrimental for them in the end.
The amount of headshots that have been popped off this game is unlike anything I've ever seen. I don't know if it's just the teams playing like retards or, you know, not using sightlines. I don't know what it is, because it's honestly filthy. It's honestly filthy. I've never seen anything like it in a very long time. Reminds me of a certain Australian player sniping, popping off heads. In the meantime, Geo does finally take down Hertz with his own sniper rifle. The Ubercharge comes in from no safe word in the final few seconds of this round. TJ, with the follow-up onto Geo, does finally bring down the sniper as well. Ubercharge of their own from the mad lads over here, just seeing if they can find a kill or two. Not quite. They back off. No safe word. Not in a position to really recontest just yet. Spawners are coming in though, so finally going to be taking the fight straight to them, and the scouts are very, very weak here on the side of the blue team. Are they going to be able to recontest this though? Still trading frags all over the place. Final moments of the game. 30 seconds remaining. Running down. Hertz needs to be popping off some heads if they want any chance to try and contest this. And he is missing at a very crucial time.
That's exactly right, as Geo's going to dome Moop. That's the demo man from down for Madman. Your similarity to Sheep wasn't down. Oh, Locke's actually going to take down Elmo, but TJ's going to dome. This is just so unbelievably messy, but the frag advantage is definitely in favour of no safe word for the time being, as Jono's going to be up on his Uber. That Uber saw getting from Locke is not going to generate him that much of an advantage, but the player advantage, spawn advantage, I should say, so many advantages and disadvantages to talk about, is going to be in favour of Madman. Wow. Yes, just more headshot noises, Locke. I'm just not even, I'm going to start ignoring, I'm going to turn off game chat because I'm getting distracted by the amount of disgusting headshots going on here, as they're going to be able to pump the Uber onto the point, but Yule's going to try and contest, but he's going to get taken down by the body shot of Hertz before the Uber can get popped in him, but that's a scout for a scout, as TJ is going to go down, and Ohai's going to get taken down by the Uber Elmo as well, and there's so much position here for no safe word. Elmo's going to get another one onto Locke, and that's the medic down. Elmo's going to be able to go into Hertz, but Hertz just doesn't lose fights at the moment. He's going to get taken down by a body shot of Geo in the end, and that's going to open it up onto the onto the opposite Romo, and he's not going to take down Geo as Moop pipes himself down. I don't quite know how that happened, but this is just so aggressive. They keep going in. That's going to get taken down, but Enroth is going to go to Ohai. Ohai's going to get 2. He's going to get... Ohai's just doing absolutely huge. 3 seconds left on the cap when this changes over. It'll probably be overtime. No, 1 second left on the clock for no safe word. 16 left on the clock for Madman, and it looks like they're going to be able to clutch out this round here. Yule goes down, Hertz is up on the sniper. I'm just going to keep talking insanely fast. I'm going to take a leaf out of your book here, Bren, to finish out this round, as this is just the time is ticking down. Hertz's Mooper's got sticks on the point. No safe word needs to get going here. Geo's going to jump forward. Geo's on Soldier now. Hello, Hertz is going to get taken down by Geo. They are not messing around on the side of no safe word, and they are absolutely collapsing onto the slope of no safe word, and they're going to be able to get out the cap here. No safe word, and that's going to be it. Yauch is just trying to get on the point, but he's going to get taken down, and that's 1-1 again. Another 0-0 round, and I'm going to die of hyperventilation right now, Bren. Good night.
Take a breather. Breathe it in. You don't want to make the same mistake as I made in my first season of ozfortress. I had to get my lungs reinflated. I died of collapsed lung a few times. Had to get resuscitated at the end of each game. But in the meantime, this game is still kicking off between... Honestly, I didn't expect it to be this close, but Enroth laying down the law and laying down the stickies will bring down Moop, will bring down TJ. And there should be a one mid at least. One fight for them. No safe word.
Wow.
Able to get the cap.
I'm still
Not just
recovering.
yet.
I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna time out. Keep talking, Bren. My god.
Just have a
It's gonna
drink.
take a
Go
breath
on,
for me.
just have a rest. Have a rest. The recontestation comes in as well from the Madmen. They're trying to find an opportunity to go in here. Laying down stickies once again. Moop just wants to try and create an opening for his team. Still running these sniper rolls. Hurts just trying to pop heads off, but it's going to be Gio who takes the first blood, at least in this engagement. Nat ends up falling. Still Elmo moving into the flank, brings down Moop, brings down the second as Herp has fallen. Is he going to be able to bring down Locke as well? Locke forced to pop off the Uber charge. Now he's going to be putting it onto Ojai. Moving in, they need to try and get this pop, or at least a drop out of Jono. Not going to be working out though, as he just holds on with all dear might. Now going to be popping it off in the final moments. A bit odd here. Didn't really know why he popped that off. A bit questionable, but still going to be trying to lead it in and collect a frag or two. They are going to collect Ono, or Ojai I should say. Moop falls though. It's just feeding one at a time. This is pretty ridiculous.
I'm still a little bit laggy here, Bren, so I'm sorry to, This Hurts is gonna walk out.
Oh, I didn't even realise.
There's no pick class this man cannot play tonight.
Wiethoofd was saying Hurt Spy, and it just wasn't registering in my mind that Hurts was running Spy, but there we go. Picks up the frag. That's what they were looking for, to be honest. Jono going to be falling means that this is going to be... Ooh, headshots popping off from Gio. Locke still has an uber advantage, assuming he heals someone within the next 2 seconds. Indeed he does. Finally, going to be latching onto Moop. But this is some of the nuttiest Team Fortress 2 I've watched in a while, to be honest. It's good stuff. It's good stuff, nonetheless. Leading in once again, Hertz goes for a play, just gets rams down by Gio. Headshots popping off. Locke ends up going down. I don't know if that was a 100% drop, but that is nutty nonetheless. Yule with the 5 killing spree brings down Moop. The frags slowly turning to the way of Madmen, but I don't think it's going to be enough for them. That was in the back lines. It's going to get collapsed on. The time is ticking down currently for the blue team, but it should be an easy recontestation here from No Safe.
I might step in a little bit while yauch fixes his game and internet, and this is just nutty and so chaotic as Hertz gets poked down, playing a bit close on the windowsills of the cliff, and it is No Safe Word's hole. Those madmen are breaking onto this cliff, and we'll just see it. This is the quietest it's been in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, neither of these sides seem to be in a solid position to repush just yet. There's no ubercharge advantages coming out. We might see some sacking attempts here or there. And indeed we do. The pre-fired pipes though going to be bringing Hertz down. Hertz finally swapping off the sniper roll onto Soldier for the first time in what feels like forever. Now he's going to be moving into the back. The bombing attempt onto Jono not going to be coming out on top. Elmo is going to bring him down pretty convincingly. Now Nat moves into the back lines. They do bring down the demo man from No Safe Word. Enrith does not stand a chance. The recap comes out, which at least attempts to, from Madmen, but good defense from the scouts. Jono just leading the charge in. Ubercharge now comes out actually from the Madmen, but it's going to be a much better one at that from Jono. Balls of steel on the man to pop in the final moments there.
Please keep going, Gramps, yeah.
This is so messy. Johnny gets picked up behind from a bomb from Hertz, I believe, and this has gone in the way of Madmen as they pick up the pack while Johnny was just trying to get out with the scout. This is in the favor of No Safe Word, in the Madmen rather. No Safe Word just trying to get bombs on the medic and gets cleaned up.
Locke's in a troubling scenario. He does have Ojai here, and well, the second attempt isn't going to happen from the side of No Safe Word. They are going to be able to recontest this, but 20 seconds left on this round time. Still moving in on them, pre-firing these corners. It is going to be an attempt. The sticky trap from Enrith brings down Ojai. That's a big frag for them in the final moments of this round, at least. Still laying down the lawn. That might go for a bombing attempt, just spamming them out from afar. TJ now trying to lead it in, put in a bit of damage. The second attempt, they collapse onto the flank. Now Hertz now tries to make the most out of it. Does bring him down, but he's very weak indeed. He's going to crater up in the end, and it's going to be another round on the way of No Safe Word. That was winnable. Winnable. There were still 3 players remaining, or 4 I think, on the side of Madmen, but they just couldn't collapse it and couldn't recontest the point.
Yeah, definitely just not getting on the point and just slowly falling over to the favor of No Safe Word. Hertz going for a bomb, not on sniper to this mid, as he gets onto the demo early. Return flyer coming out of No Safe Word as they're getting to the point. Moop going down very low, getting backed up by the spam of Enrith, and players evening out here, but as we do come to a stalemate, Nat is sitting behind. We'll see if he can get anything done, as he's just pushed back Elmo right back to the spawn, as they look like they're trying to deal with him before they move up. Yule gets in. You're not known for playing Scout as you lose the 1v1 with a pretty low health soldier.
Nat in the back lines, he just pops out of nowhere, picks up a free K. Jono, Elmo, and Enrith going to be falling to just 3 simple rockets. The splash damage far too much, and it will be the first round. Going to be capped up for the side of the Mad Lads, the Mad Men. Hertz has now switched his way back to the Huntsman Sniper, an absolute classic role that we see all too often in King of the Hill, Team Fortress 2.
It's honestly disgusting how much this is being run in high-level competitive.
We'll go into it.
Sniper, but it's working as 2 players go down for no safe word. Low health as well, as they're losing more. Jono's on half health, just playing back to get at this spam. These Huntsman arrows coming out is so scary. As they're backing this up, they're trying to keep their percentages. They are at a disadvantage, they don't want to lose this. And players do get respawned. We might see a sack wave here, trying to get the spot that block. Or they might be looking to trade the super as TJ does go down, but a return frag on land as Ohai gets picked up by Enrith. And although their health is low, they do look like they're pushing through. Oh, huge midi from Nat across from concrete.
Jesus Lord Almighty. This entire time I've just been watching Hertz just spam arrows across the map. Honestly, I haven't even been paying attention to the game. The Ubercharge comes out from no safe word. Finally, that's beautiful milking right there. Locke pops it off, saves Moop in the nick of time. Very risky stuff indeed. Now Hertz wants to lead the Ubercharge in with the Huntsman. Not getting much damage. Is going to get ran down in the end, but Ohai is definitely there to collapse it up. The pipe's popping off though. No safe words. Should be able to clean this up almost with ease, as they are finding the players pretty easily. The pistol pops off. Moop. Go. Ooh. Nat moves in for the play, but the shotgun from Geo. I think that's the first time I've seen that in quite some time as well. A lot of unusual unlocks being ran here.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of a okay, slow down move when you see Geo move to shotgun pocket in the middle of the grand finals, but
is that what they needed all along? That's a little bit BMs, I think. Do I sound like a robot still? Or
No,
I've cracked it. I'm not in the game though, sorry. I just wanted to...
Okay.
It's a little bit BM almost.
I guess
Geo
you
and
can
Soldier.
see it, but I don't think
Honestly,
BM is the least of their issues.
Yeah, at this point it feels like not necessarily Mad Men have given up, but Hertz, it feels like, has definitely given up, unless he's legitimately trying to use the Huntsman as a means to break out of this solid defense from this.
Yeah,
from the side. He's on Machina now, apparently. Okay. Just changing it up, just swapping it up. We're going to see the classic next popping up. But the Ubercharge comes out here from no safe word. In the back lines, it is Jono versus the world. TJ might be able to pick up a frag against Geo. Indeed he does on a sliver of HP, but Yules will be able to collect it again. And, well, with all that messing around, the timer has actually equalised on either side, and the time advantage is in the side of no safe word.
Again, I'm sorry to cut you off, Graham. So I'm gonna start carrying my weight a little bit again. Again, still surprised to see that Alan's the one on Soldier, not Yule, and rather Alan's not on Scout in this situation. We're gonna see just like a little bit of a nice aggression repush with a slight player advantage there from the side of Mad Men, with a full Uber advantage, I should say, as well. So again, I've just got back into the game, but a really nice recontest there, and they're probably going to be able to tick down the clock. And Hertz is going to machina down Enrith, the demo man, down with the body shot there, but Elmo and Yule are going to aggress forward, and they're going to find 3 frags there with the aggression, and Locke's going to be forced to pop up his Uber on the Hertz sniper, which, based on his form this match, I don't think it's necessarily an awful idea, except for when Jono has a counter Uber and ready to pop, and Hertz is going to get taken down there as a sniper versus an Ubered scout. When it's Elmo, just not really gonna ever go so much in your favour, and they're gonna set up a little bit of a foothold here. Madmen are actually gonna bust out of this grass side, and that's gonna get taken down very low, but he does what you need to do and buy a lot of space for his team. Elmo's actually behind here, and he's probably gonna be sneaking up on the Hertz. He's gonna 2-shot down Hertz as expected, and he might be able to wiggle away here as well. And Geo's back up on the sniper off Soldier, and he's gonna take down TJ. So that's a scout and a head shooty man down for no safe word, as well as a significant position advantage as Geo's gonna find another one back onto Nat, the respective roamer, and off that no safe word are going to really try and guess it forward and get right into the combo there of no safe word. Moop's going to get taken down, but Locke is going to be able to slither out on a tiny bit of HP through the main area there, and Elmo's going to get taken down in kind, and I think that'll end up favouring no safe word that'll end end up favouring Madman in the long run as the spawn advantage is coming in, but Yule's actually going to show that he has some scout chops and he's going to find 2 frags there and equalise the Uber situation. Uber's going to be popped on point, locked with a better pop, but again, just buying so much time for no safe word there as they're going to go down into overtime here, as I expect to see the Madmen recap, but yeah, really comfortable position for no safe word to be in at this point, as I do believe they are up 2-1, if I'm not mistaken, guys.
Elmo just running them down. He can't find the frags. They can't find the frags on the side of Madmen, I should say. It's absolutely destroying them. Oh my god. Honestly, this should have been gone into the favour of Madmen.
Jono with the 2K!
With that last cap,
Jono's actually got a 2K on the point and he's going to cap the point out. That's match. Jono's just got 2 kills on the point and he's won it. Bren.
What? He has, yep. That's exactly what's happened. Like I was saying, that was winnable for Madmen, but they just threw it away in the final moments by completely only staying on the one side of the map and allowing Moop to slam down the spam damage, and they went from what looked like 100% health advantage down to pretty much nothing because they were all dead. So, I mean, colour me surprised. That was still winnable for Madmen, but yeah, I'm not too surprised at the result in the end, with no safe word coming out from the whole total game, if you take it all into consideration. Not too surprising that they did end up taking it in the end.
Yep, alrighty. We do have logs up on the screen now. I'm going to try and get some dudes for interviews. Talk us through logs, friends that are here. Yukari, Gramps, what are you seeing? Thank you for stepping in as well, Gramps. You did an excellent job.
No worries. I'm seeing very, very strong scouts from No Safe Word, as expected. Elmo dropping a huge 39 to 21 frags and getting a lot of damage.
Compare those demo stats.
It's true as well. Moop going 7 to 26 is not a pretty thing to see.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's not a very nice thing to see. Not awful damage, but when those CKD does show a little bit of a bad image. Enrith also doing a lot of damage, almost hitting the 500 DPM mark.
Yeah, Moop really struggled. I don't necessarily think Madmen coming in and running one soldier, one sniper was a bad move. I mean, we talked about how they had some issues with organised soldier aggro and Hertz was hitting shots. And I also don't think no safe word then running a sniper to counter that is particularly bad either, because, you know, like, from what I've seen, teams that really shut down that sniper, they tend to have very fast double soldier aggro, and in particular their roamer tends to nail all those difficult jumps. So it's probably easier for and a lower risk play to just run Geo as a sniper since he was hitting tonight and just not like push, you know, land have to hit all those jumps and play double soldier aggro. It just plays more to their scouts and their demo, which I think are the area's biggest advantage. But yeah, I don't know, like Madmen just kind of started playing less well.
I'm just so surprised. I'm surprised to see because it was really close and it was a bit messy, but it just seems that Hertz just started throwing towards the end, which is so confusing to me because it was by no means a roll, and I honestly think that if there was any chance for them to win a map, it would have been this one, but Hertz just seemed to have thrown that chance away. Really odd decision.
The sniper really gave them a chance, and it was very odd because, I mean, I feel like Hertz was very much the driving force in the success on that map, so it's definitely a bit weird to see Hertz running sniper and having a high success rate on sniper and then swap off it.
Alright, before we get into interviews here, as we have the gamers sort of lining up here, I want to give a quick, another plug to Ulti Duo. Sign-ups will be open on Citadel very soon. Stay posted to your ozfortress.coms, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do a plug of that. Obla's got another thing for me to plug, as I'll quickly just have a look-see at what that is. Hang on a moment, please.
Oh, you can just grab the guy in.
Hello, Clem. How are you? Plug some shit for me, brother.
I'm doing great. I'm going to plug this once now and then another later. We've got Ulti 11 making a return, coming back on Sunday. And we've also got the ozfortress April poll coming out tonight, so stay tuned.
Yep, so that is a map pool. We're doing an ESEA style thing, except we're not being as diplomatic as them. So stay tuned, guys. ozfortress gamers, this has a big impact on you next season, so keep posted. But that said, we have Elmo, Geo, Alan, and Yule in from No Safe Word. Guys, congratulations first and foremost. Well done tonight, guys.
Get raped and
Fuck it up.
Oh, Enrith, you're here too. Yeah, it's alright. We don't need to talk to Enrith. Congratulations, guys. First of all, congratulations. You guys all had some awesome... keep it PG, everyone. We'll see how that goes. You guys all had an awesome night tonight. What went right for you guys? The most broad question I can ask.
I don't know. I think, honestly think, Alan, he, yeah, like,
A lot of damage every game. I love it.
I think Alan was, like, doing some, like, different things tonight.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. No, seriously, dude.
Shred alert, distraction.
Like, he was, like, saving everything for tonight or some shit. And, yeah, he just, like, made some really awesome plays. And I think everyone else, was on form as well. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yo.
Elmo wasn't baiting us the entire game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Alrighty. Okay. Enrith, you just missed out on 500 DPM on that product match. How does it feel to be bad?
That's a bit disappointed. I don't think I'll play anymore.
Alright, I don't really have much else to ask, guys. You looks like, I think it was probably safe to say that Product was by far the closest map that you guys played tonight. George, coming back onto the Soldier, what's the thought process there, mate? Were you really feeling the pressure that much?
I just wanted to snipe,
or did you just want
to swapping?
No. Geo was sniper, so I figured it was better to have 2 scouts than 2 soldiers, so I just swapped to scout. Then I was stuck on scout, so he went soldier later.
Yeah, there was one push that we had to push with like less than 10 seconds left, and you wasn't going to swap in time, so I just went soldier. And yeah, I just stayed.
That's very fair. Bren, you have any questions for our esteemed gamers here?
Does Hertz have...
Yeah, I think I'll take that one.
Cheers, boys.
Mate. I didn't hear.
Does Hertz hack?
Does Hertz hack, yeah.
When he was Big Danny in Div 4, he did. Got a well-deserved ban for that one.
That's very fair.
I'm opening the investigation myself.
Alright, Gramps, anything you want to hit these guys with?
Not really, actually.
Oh, wow, you guys are just absolute trash at this interview stuff. Guys, I'm going to ask you to interview yourself. Elmo, do you have any questions for your teammates, dude?
You think you're going to get big MVP again, Geo? You feeling it?
Yeah.
People's MVP?
Well, as long as it makes you mad, then yeah, I hope I do.
That's not why, but...
Alright, I've got a good question coming in from our cam man, Wiethoofd. Guys, what are your plans for next season? We're going to be seeing you coming back next season. What sort of... I've heard whisperings of a Jasmine reform. I want to know what you guys are all sort of thinking about. What's the idea?
I think old mate Putty's putting together a team to contest
Putty?
us. So
is he?
That's the rumour. Nothing set in stone. But if he makes a team, we'll stick around, play them.
I got a question actually. What's the thoughts on I-61?
I think because I'm
generally.
Alan, you're set, are you?
Yeah, got my ticket.
Yeah, Alan's going by himself. He's representing us.
Yeah, nah, Geo, mate.
I don't know if Paulson's in stream chat too.
I got nothing to say at all. I actually don't, like, there's no plans or anything, unfortunately. Like, we haven't really spoken about it at all.
Alright,
I'll just say that's just for I-61. That's what I'll say.
Yep, we'll plug it now. The thread is live up there on ozfortress.com, guys, for the Prem Grand Final.
Dude. I'm a big fan.
Congratulations to Geo.
Elmo, what do you think about that, Elmo?
Best scout, Elmo, MVP Geo.
Fuck off! How does he win the scout? No.
How's that work?
Clearly not too valuable, are you, champ?
How's the MVP not the best player for his class?
Can we have a revote? No.
I just want to also... Actually, I probably won't say that on stream. I'll say that after we go live.
But... ability, I think.
Alrighty. Thank you for coming, guys. I think we're all dried up there because I know Yukari's a grumpy old bastard and he doesn't want to say anything really. So we'll go through with shout-outs now. Thank you everyone for coming out. This has been a fantastic turnout for the ozfortress Grand Final as well. All 200 odd of you that came out tonight. I'm happy to see you all. We'll do some shout-outs now. I'll come to you last, Bren. Elmo, do you have any shout-outs that you want to give us quickly? We'll go through everyone here.
Shout out to Hyper, Paulson, Sam for best util. That's all.
Alrighty, Enrith, you got any shout-outs to give?
Shout out to all you guys for casting and ozfortress hosting stuff, and all my Dust Bowl power.
Alright, thank you, Enrith. That's very diplomatic of you. Gio, do you have anything to say, mate?
Yeah, shout out to the casters, ozfortress, No Safeword, Team Jasmine, and my boy Royman as well.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get Roy onto the casting couch tonight as much as he wanted to be. Alan, any shout-outs other than to your absolutely inferior market gardening skills?
Wow.
You hit one?
Maybe no.
Yeah. No.
Riot and old mate Brutalix.
Very fair. Gramps, any shout-outs you want to give, mate?
Yeah, shout out to my dad. Shout out to Bren from coming all the way to cast for us. And,
all the way out across the internet.
Yeah, across the internet. Very courteous of you. I don't know if it's like 3 a.m. or 4 but it's very nice of you.
It's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Okay.
Just...
You could have looked like a hero, but whatever. And Wiethoofd on production, just doing everything amazingly as always.
Absolutely right. Yul, any shout-outs you want to give?
Shout-outs to Tank Drop and Jaiho.
Very fair. Yukari, any shout-outs to give?
To everyone that made this possible, and to Gio and Hertz for some pretty sick sniper duels.
Very fair. I'll come back to you now, Bren. Before we wrap it up, any shout-outs for you to give, buddy? Thank you for coming out tonight. Our
no problem.
British friend. I won't call you a Euro because you left.
Yeah, we've left the European Union, sadly. We won't go into that. I'll be here for hours talking about that. But no, thanks for inviting me out to cast. It's always appreciated. I've always enjoyed casting ozfortress because it's always a lot more entertaining and scrappier than the other regions I've found, at least, and it's always good fun at the end of the day. And shout out to everyone who's watching as well at home who wanted to stop by, support the ozfortress scene. We had some good times, some good clips. I'm looking forward to looking back at the stream, looking back at the VOD. It's going to be some good fun.
Yeah, we do have a couple of admins in here, but I'm going to ignore both of them and wrap everything up now. First and foremost, I want to shout out both teams for coming out tonight. Well played, everyone, and everyone who played this season. Absolutely, like across the board, all 3 divisions. I think we've had an excellent season, guys. I think we've had a record low number of team disbands, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to attribute that entirely to me joining the admin team. So congratulations, everyone. Congratulations, me. I want to shout out Wiethoofd, as always, our excellent cameraman. Can we get some hearts for Wiethoofd in chat, as well as some hearts for Gramps' dad, who is actually in stream chat. That's pretty absolutely heroic. Again, one last plug. Ulti Duo is on Sunday, guys. Get your ozfortress Ulti Duo 11 duos together. This is going to be absolutely sick, and the signups will be coming out very soon. All the shout-outs to all the MVPs, all the winners of all 3 divisions, and shout-out to everyone who was casted with me here tonight. Bren from the UK, Gramps from the God even knows where, who came back from his crappy holiday, Yukari from the Northern Territory swamps, and on behalf of everyone who came out to watch tonight, thank you so much for following Season 18 of ozfortress. We will be covering, chuck your follows here on Team Fortress Live, on the Twitches and the Twitters and all that jazz, because we will be covering the Ulti Duo finals on Sunday, as well as some epic, sick, nasty, gnarly Season 19 action, which will be coming at your face holes very soon. Again, thank you everyone so much. I cannot thank everyone enough. Shout out to Seraph as well, because he asked for one. And on behalf of everyone here, thank you guys and good night.